live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio. It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 571.
Yes, sir. It's show 571 of Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
You're a homeowner. How's that feel?
Feels pretty good.
Does it really, though?
You know what feels bad?
What?
It is National Pizza Party Day.
Oh, my
And
God.
we did not have a pizza
We
party.
did not. I had Beefy King.
Yes.
My wife decided to go to Beefy King. I had two choices. I could go to a Greek restaurant or Beefy King. I said, you decide. She chose Beefy King. Still holds up.
It does.
Holds up.
I try to support on Fridays our local Orlando businesses. So.
Yeah, and Beefy King is a staple. Butler, sales guy, is here. Hello, Butler.
Hello.
Oh, you're right.
They're all noticing your haircuts.
Oh, yeah, we all got haircuts. I went I went a little 3/4 frog freak out. I just had John the barber take it all down. I'm growing it back because I like having, well, you like me to have facial hair.
Yes.
So, and Maisie liked it, but then she said my bristles were prickly because my kids don't, my kid does not like to kiss me ever.
Oh, yeah.
She's not sweet to me at all. I barely get hugs. I barely see her. I don't live with my wife, so it's,
yeah. We don't mention that.
odd.
Very
Yeah, we
often,
don't talk about that. Like my life, your life's an open book. My life's a bit of a shrouded in mystery. Shrouded in mystery. Nobody really knows what I do when I leave here. You don't want to know what I do when I leave here, but let's just say it involves killing people.
I want to thank two new sponsors that signed up, and we really appreciate it, especially
During these times, you goddamn
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And because we were definitely concerned, obviously months ago when everything went down. Like we're like, well, like
That's a bit of an understatement. but
how
I
is
like
this
that.
gonna really shut us down? It could it?
We had a few shaky hand holding head and hands, shaky hands moments.
Yeah. Because we don't. It's not like we're a giant corporation to have any sort of massive funds.
We're not
and,
too big to fail, that's for sure.
yeah. We're just small enough to fail easily.
Yeah.
Surprisingly easily.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, before this even happened, we were failing.
But luckily, the BDM stepped up, and we really appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody supporting our sponsors because, all of our sponsors, they are obviously all dealing with the same thing, but everything looks to be okay right now. And I want to thank Sugarworks Distillery in New Smyrna,
Yes, sir.
with their awesome whiskey and other rums and Smyrna Shine that they got. They have hand sanitizer. I know our buddy Gannon from Old Kinderhook was they're opening back up, and they were looking for hand sanitizer. We're like, hey, go buy
Support local.
Yeah.
And they were the one that came to us. They're like, I heard something about a distillery making hand sanitizer. I said, that's Sugarworks. Yeah. I think they're going to. This is actually right before they signed on. I said, yeah, I think they're going to sign on. We're talking with them right now to hopefully do some stuff. And he's like, look, we like to support local. And he gave him a call, and they went on down there because, of course, there are a lot of businesses that need to source hand sanitizer so they can open properly.
Yeah.
We need to do this right. We need to be respectful to each other and kind to each other and do this thing right.
Yep. And so they are at New Smyrna. They have their products in ABCs. I know they're scattered around where you can get Sugarworks and ABC, but if you ask your local ABC to get some Sugarworks product in, they'll get it in
Completely
because they're in the system.
Requestable. Yeah, it's in the system. All you
Correct.
have to do is get them to source it, and then their rep will deliver whatever you need. They have this one product that, Butler, I'm going to put you on the hunt, and you got to get a hold of them. They have a Shark Bite cinnamon whiskey.
Correct.
I believe.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we just need to,
Yeah,
I just think
yeah.
we need to get a hold of some of that.
We need to get all the rums. We need to get that shine in here. But we
You know,
appreciate
I
it.
found some rum.
Challenge accepted.
I found some rum in a closet over. It's amazing what you'll do when you want booze over the COVID. And man, a rum and Coke hits the spot sometimes, right?
I haven't
Oh,
had
yeah.
a rum and Coke. in a
Oh,
while.
have one. If you haven't had one
On
in
a hot
forever.
day?
Oh, yes.
Me and
good.
Butler did see something over at Publix today where it was like alcohol infused soda.
Oh, they're making a comeback with
Like
that.
they're putting it with the
No.
seltzers.
No, you gotta mix
no,
it.
no. What they
Yeah, the root
Not your grandpa's root beer. Oh, yeah.
They had-
Blow your tits off.
They had
Yeah.
root beer, ginger ale, and classic cola. And I was
Not
like,
your grandma's orange soda. This will blow your pussy hairs out.
It's gotta be gross.
I
right?
hate the.
That's a weird marketing campaign. I
I wrote that. That's why I was fired. I used to work for Not Your Grandpa's. Is the brand. I used to work for Not Your Grandpa's Soda Company, and my tagline was "It'll blow your pussy hairs out," and they fired me on the spot. On the spot.
So, since your wife is here,
Speaking of pussy hairs,
Jesus.
we'll start off the show with talking about some kid stuff because I got a couple stories.
this is not kid stuff, sir.
Oh,
This
really?
is female empowerment stuff, sir.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
well,
but I do want to ask. I want to read the room after you talk about this, about her birthday request, and see what.
Well, we disagree
Yes.
on this,
Okay.
and we have a bit of a fight we had last night about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the traditional ones where I slap her around. It was more of
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. I'm like, I'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, I won't use my fist for talking. So
Because her birthday's coming next month.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's she'll remind you today. It's a month from
Yeah,
today,
she-
and
yeah.
we were going to go on a trip, and I was going to be done with it, not have to buy her a present.
Yeah.
But all of this,
Damn it.
Yeah.
you know, now I have to buy Daniel a present and a Father's Day
well, my
present.
whole
It's all in the same week.
Yeah, my birthday present was to go to the Nickelodeon Resort, Dominican Republic, because much like you, as new dads, there's not much that we both enjoy more than if you can get me and Maisie in a pool on my birthday. Give me a couple of cold beers, and then I just get to swim with her all day. That's a pretty damn good
Right.
birthday.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty easy now.
I don't like throwing birthday parties. It's an experience rather than just getting her, a gift and him a gift and
Yeah.
Father's Day. So that was going to be our trip, but
Yeah.
that has been pushed back a year. So now I have to pivot.
Mm.
So I said, Maisie, what do you want for your birthday? And I feel like I have a little teen. She's going to be 5. I have a little teenager, and she goes, I want lots of real makeup.
All right.
I want a case like yours to put it in. I have like a train case where all my makeup goes. I want beautiful dresses and sparkly dresses.
Okay.
That's the
So
only
not
request.
a toy. Not there's
Nothing.
She's
Nothing.
a fashionista.
So I said, well, we're not getting her real makeup. Well, I was actually pooping when I said this, and Andrea was like putting her makeup on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we're not getting her real makeup. And then Andrea's like, I don't hear anything.
I said, but that's
which
what
normally
she-
means that she's just tuning out the fact that I'm putting my foot down on something.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Tom and I don't ever put our foots down.
No,
We're just not allowed.
Right.
My feet are always up. Perpetual feet
Yeah,
up.
we talk a big game, especially me.
Yeah.
But I do not want a 4-year-old turning 5 to get a lot. No makeup.
I don't know
No
this
makeup.
because I don't have girls, so I don't know anything about what the
No makeup.
what the age
Too
is
young.
appropriate.
I'm
for
sorry, too young. And you can call me a curmudgeon. You can call me stuck in your ways, dumb old man. Whatever the fuck you want to call me, I don't care. Too young.
The
I
only,
thought like maybe you could get her just some blush and some eyeshadow, not like eyeliner and
No,
mascara.
you're not. No, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't want to start the show with a serious
I am-
topic. I'm getting hot.
the
I
ghost
never-
of Daniel's dad's here. Oh God! My daughter isn't wearing makeup.
That's pretty good.
I'm not a
Right.
makeup wearer.
Yeah.
But doesn't it kind of mess with your skin and your pores? I feel like doing that at 5's not.
Yeah,
a good
we're not
idea.
doing that. We're not.
I don't know.
She's like,
I'm not
I'm
ending
not-
up with a what's that Stodden, Tiffany Stodden. I'm not getting one of these fucking.
Ooh, she's gonna be a pageant
these
girl.
Instagram trash whores. No.
The one that married the old man from Green Mile
with the big fake tits, and then she did like pornos and stuff. We're not doing
Has she
that.
ever seen like pageant moms or anything like that?
No.
No.
She's sparkly dresses and makeup.
Get her some big fake chompers, some wide beauties, big.
Her favorite show is Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. So,
Which is a
and she
really
loves,
vulgar cartoon that
bugs
I
and
love.
riding a skateboard.
Yeah, she's all
and
over
so
the place.
She's
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
So I just thought, she's not gonna wear the makeup out. I thought it would
no,
just be
she's not
for
gonna.
play.
You could have just left out off. She's not gonna wear the makeup. That's not happening.
So I mean,
she's
but that's all she's
dude.
asked for. So what do I get?
You know what?
her?
Get her an app where it looks like she takes a picture of herself and she can apply the makeup.
That ain't
does
gonna
cut
cut it.
that.
That ain't gonna cut
Well,
it.
Just get
you're already
her whatever
refusing
she
her
wants.
makeup.
Feet up.
Uh-oh. You know what? Tom's the one that's going to do it. Tom's going to buy her the
He's
makeup.
motherfucker. Then what am I gonna do?
All I
'Cause
heard
you
is she
can't-
wants makeup. I'll give her makeup.
I show her there's like this because normally he doesn't. He always sources it from Amazon and it's always way too extravagant.
Right,
Like when he
it's
got
a
me the
huge-
drone, he got me the drone for my 40th birthday. I'm like, God damn! Like I knew it was gonna be a giant cake. I open it up. It's like $400 worth of Mac made like a legitimate professional quality makeup. I'm like, no, we're not.
I thought we
It's
could.
too young, and I know the chat room agrees with me, and I think 99% of society agrees with me that 4 going on 5 for makeup. No.
What is the right age?
I don't know. Can
Can
I just get her the caboodle, like the little like thing,
13,
and she can put
12?
her stuff in there?
12 or
Like a
13?
caboodle?
Didn't she have her ears pierced?
No,
Not yet.
hell
Oh.
no.
Well, she did earn that.
In Miami, it'd be 1 week old.
Yeah.
Ears pierced. That's what the
yeah, I also
little
don't.
Cuban
I
baby.
also don't own a Domino's table, Tom. I don't know if you know this.
They come out with their ears pierced.
It's super
They get
fun.
their ears pierced
the
in
womb.
utero.
Yeah, it's hard to do it. Hard to do it.
She wants her ears pierced, and she earned it. And this COVID thing
Yeah.
shut it down. Like,
Oh, I'll pierce
So-
yours. No problem.
Yeah.
I can
Ice
do it.
cube and a
Chris,
paperclip.
we want to go to like a legit, tattoo piercing place, and
Piercing
now they have
pagoda?
all. No,
Oh,
you don't go to those things.
Well, she's here's the other thing. We can talk about the
Right,
makeup
right,
thing all day
right,
long.
right.
But the other thing that I found funny, it's funny but it's not funny, is we're driving down the road and Maisie's she's never stops talking, and we see a guy jogging, like running down the road. And he's got his shirt off and he's like really huffing and puffing, training for something, and then she starts asking you, right?
Yeah, mommy, why can girls not run without their shirts on? Like, she's really upset.
Yeah, very
She
upset. about
moved to
Very
Colorado.
equal opportunity.
That's how that.
Exactly. So now I got a daughter in
Free
my
the
house that
nipple.
wants to wear makeup and pull her tits out already.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
well,
will tell you.
This is not a good. We're not. This is not good. This is not good.
Okay, so I've often thought about this because back in the 80s, and
The
Samantha,
chat
you
room
could probably
just
tell
says
me.
Maisie is woke.
She is.
Well,
She's
wait, you
smart.
have to hear what
She's
she
smart.
says. Well, how she justifies it.
The back in the 80s, I remember under, I guess, before puberty, before you started getting buds, like
Stop.
But it was open to
Buds
like.
used to be funny. Now when people say it, I think of my daughter and I want to
Yeah,
cry.
yeah.
It's not funny.
It is a gross word, but they used like I remember the little boys and girls just running without the shirt
Yeah.
off.
That's a white trash thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
happens,
Yeah, yeah.
but it usually stops at about kindergarten. Once you start
Yeah.
going to school, you stop running around with no shirt on.
And I will tell you, when girls, like little girls, when they take off their shirt, like if I have like my niece or whatever, I do get awkward. I'm just like, whoa. Like, I don't know why.
Because it's ingrained in your brain that it's wrong.
I know,
Right.
even though they have their
Right.
chest
They're
is
not
the
developed.
same as
You
Yeah.
sure
boys.
you're not projecting bigger tits on them with your?
Oh, my God.
I'm not. I'm just
Because that would make you a psychopath.
It makes it awkward. But there's no difference
There is.
Right.
between like my son's.
Now, if you take the bottoms off, there's a
There's
difference.
a
yeah.
Big
but,
difference.
But it's like society frowns
Yeah,
upon
I'm sure in
it.
other countries it's not a big
So
deal.
then
No,
it-
in
this-
That's
Brazil.
what, yeah, Brazilians will come to like water parks
Well,
and won't wear tops.
Yeah.
This goes
I
into my
like-
next story.
Well,
of
so-
what? Okay,
14
hold
they
on.
have-
So
Just remember that I have a tie-in story on the back end of finishing this. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So then later on that night, Maisie, she's getting ready to go take her shower. She's taking her clothes off, and it like epiphany hits her, and she goes,
She starts laughing. She's like, ah!
"Mommy, I know why girls cannot run without shirts." And I
Oh
was
no,
like,
booby tops.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
booby,
booby
she called
tops.
booby tops.
Booby tops.
I know why girls cannot run without booby tops, and I was like, why? Because our boobies would flop around.
It's true.
Yeah, and then she
That
started
is
laughing,
true.
and then I started laughing. I'm like, okay, that one's done.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, we solved that. We're now gonna work on makeup.
yeah.
Gotta work on the makeup. Okay, a follow up to this.
Right.
2 days ago,
Yes. You came
guys,
home distraught.
you guys leave the studio. I pack up. I finish editing the video. Once that thing is set in motion, I shut everything down. Get on the scooter. I usually go around the back and then shoot up these side streets to get to my road. I go through our little alleyway back here, and I looked to my right. And
Well, no, you said a car was coming the wrong way, so you had to stop.
well, yeah, there was a lady. It's
That happens quite a bit.
Yeah, it's just lawless over here. Like people just do whatever the fuck they want. So the car's coming by, and I had to pull over and kind of stop. But then I see a person coming down from the side going to their car. And it's a woman, and she's running to get something out of her trunk of her car. It looks to be like a yoga mat or something. Honestly, I can't tell you because I fucking blacked out. Because as I'm looking at her, she is, let's say, 5'5", 5'6", couldn't be more than 100 pounds, tan, looks like a bikini model, in a black string thong bikini.
Okay.
And no fucking top with her fake tits. Beautiful, glorious in the fucking sun. Just
Hardos?
like, hardos.
Tan lines or no tan lines?
Tan lines. I mean, good. And I'm just like sitting there, and I'm doing the, and I'm trying, and I don't know what to do, and I don't have anywhere to go, and I'm just sitting on the scooter. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking at her, and she looks at me.
Did she wave or anything?
No, she just got something out of her.
Calm down, Weinstein.
My God.
So I did what Tom did. I started projecting what set of tits I wanted on her. No, I didn't try not to look.
You
I didn't know what to
look
do.
like a creeper because you had to pull over.
Well, I'm
and
sitting
stop.
there I'm as far as for me to say I'm to her, and I'm just kind of like looking this way, and my scooter's are, and I'm just sitting there, and then I just tried to go.
And then you crash, and then you're like, "Oh, my motor!"
But it's definitely a cultural thing. If you are a Brazilian woman that looks like that, you are comfortable. If you're Latin America, your beaches are different. Your life is different. The way you look is different. Your ass is different. Your titties are different. You play by your own set of rules, and you're not afraid to do it. You've come a long way, baby. All the phrases throw at her. It was one of the most glorious and off-putting things I've ever seen, and I was fucking shook.
Yeah, he got home and he's like, I have to have a drink. Like, he was so just.
Well, I always say
frazzled?
that. I always say that,
Right,
but
but you're a little
but this time Andrew's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "You're not gonna believe this," but right out back. So if you guys want to join me every day, I will parade you back there to show you the way we should always go home from now on out, because there's only one way out of here, and that's the best way out of
Do
here.
you think she just was tanning on her porch, and she was like, I need to get something out of my car.
100%.
I'm just not going to throw on a top.
That's 100% what I thought.
Some
And
people
I
are just
also
fat.
think that she's comfortable enough with the way that she looks that she knew if somebody got a peek that she's just going to make their day or rattle them a little bit. Not a big deal. Who's going to call? You going to call the cops on that?
Nah.
Maybe if you're the old lady that
That's
lives
what I was going to
upstairs.
say. I know one lady that would.
Yeah, she would for sure. Yeah.
This just proves my wife's uncultured.
What the fuck?
So while Andrew's here, I got another question for
No, she's
parenting.
not going to be tanning on the balcony.
No.
Oh, you gonna? Did you tell her that I bet? Did I tell you? I didn't tell you that I bet you. Tom gets to butt fuck you.
Oh yeah.
What?
It's a
I
whole.
wasn't here when this happened.
On
so-
It's a Mario Kart
She
bet.
says lawless when Sam.
Yeah. I leave and I come back the next day and they're like, "Oh yeah, Dan bet Andrea's ass for Mario Kart." I'm like, "What?
No,
what is
I
happening?"
didn't bet her ass.
That's
I bet
what
her
I heard.
asshole.
Okay.
Way different. Yeah.
So he's not allowed to touch the cheeks, just
Well,
the
you
hole.
can touch the cheeks
Come
come
on.
with the hole. It's a
Let's
yeah.
be discreet here. I got some roses in the other room. I don't have to be so
Wow,
harsh.
I don't wonder what those are from. My God. You didn't even get that for your wife for Mother's Day, but you'll get it for my wife for butt fucking day.
Well, you have to explain to her what actually.
We played Mario Kart. I said I could do better. He said I had to do 3 places better than
This is
him.
on
Mario
Twitch, by
Kart.
the way,
You
if
can go
anyone-
Oh,
watch
my
it. I
God.
bet that I'd let Tom butt fuck you. I lost, so yeah, here we are.
It's a whole. We're drafting the contract later.
Yeah, Kramer's working on it.
The boat trip this weekend is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, well, I wondered why. Right after the bet, it was like we got a invite to go possibly check out Tom's boat. I'm like, well, that's a strange place to butt fuck, but hey, I'm not the captain.
So this is the question I got. I was sitting and I'm having a conversation with my sons at the end of the night, like we tend to do. Where
3 old men.
tell them a story, or they.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm in a car.
It's the only. It's the
You
only.
in a car? I'm in a car.
Yeah.
That
Well-
happened today in the studio, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. What was that? I didn't hear that. Max was mad at you
Where
for
are
not
you?
saying goodbye.
Yeah. Then
He asked, "Where are you?" Tom says, "I'm right here." I swear to God, he said that.
And then my wife, and then Crystal's like, Max says you didn't hug him goodbye. I'm like, I did hug you goodbye. I hugged you and I
Yeah.
kissed your head. And he's like,
I forgot.
Yeah.
He said he forgot.
Yeah. He said, my son.
This is the difference.
Was he watching TV? Was he zoned out when he did it?
No, This is always zoned
you know
out.
the difference is
Like me.
my daughter, like I'm lucky if I've gotten one hug or one kiss the entire time she's been alive.
Yeah, she's
She's a
pretty
cold,
stone cold.
unfeeling. She's
I want-
very, very maleficent. You know, she's just a cold, unfeeling, horrible creature.
That's the second
Listen is
topic
misunderstood.
I want to talk to you about. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Disney reference.
So, anyway, I'm having a conversation with them. It's the only time they'll talk to me because they just want to stay awake. So I'm using that to
clever. That's clever.
To
10:30
to have
have conversations about war with them.
Daniel's been asleep for 3. I tell them that. I'm like, Mr. Daniel fell asleep an hour ago, and you goddamn still awake.
I've been staying up late. Now that Animal Crossing's in my life, I stay up late, and then I try to get lucky with my wife. I start rubbing her, but then I fall asleep. I think I fall asleep with my hand in your panties sometimes. Weird. It's like the reverse Al Bundy.
I was rubbing my wife last night and just slapped my hand, and then she woke up and she's like, I had a dream that an octopus was attacking me.
Can't make this stuff up.
I don't know what that's about.
What were you doing to her?
I was like,
you're like, that's strange. As you gently look over and your octopus costume is hanging in the closet.
my new attack strategy is wait till she falls asleep, then try to initiate it, because then she's like slightly and she doesn't know what's going on.
This sounds
I think I'm gonna have to cut that part out.
She's mad when she's awake.
Someone got fired from the show for saying that.
It's my wife. So anyway, talking to my sons, and then we're talking back and forth. Then Tommy asked, he's like, hey,
let me hold $1.
I think he was asking about the dinosaurs.
Oh, God.
And then so I started explaining to him, to the best of my ability, how the dinosaurs got extinct.
That's kind of sad.
So I was like, an asteroid hit, and then it blotted out the sun. I go a little 300.
Yeah, that's not scary. Why would you talk
Daddy,
about that?
Are we going to be extinct?
Yeah.
No.
War and extinction now, okay?
They're too oblivious.
blotted out?
Their lives are too good to be scared of anything. Like, I've realized that they literally don't care. They're fine with everything. So I'm telling them that's how, then the dinosaurs that ate all the vegetation, they died first, and then the dinosaurs that eat other dinosaurs, they died because they didn't have any dinosaurs to eat. But I'm like, some dinosaurs survived, and you know what they turned into? And they're like, what? And I'm like, birds. And then they thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And then I was like, I'll explain other evolution to them.
Oh,
I was
my God.
I was like, do you know how we came from monkeys, but not really monkeys, but primates. We evolved. We started we looked kind of.
Are their
like
eyes
monkeys.
just glossed over at this point when you said primates?
They're finally asleep.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell a primate is.
This is the only time in their entire lives they listen.
Aren't you rolling back all their education? They go to like a Christian preschool.
Well,
That's what I think.
that's right.
You're really undoing Obamacare.
I forgot about the church school.
You're erasing the prior. You're erasing the entire prior administration.
Here's where this is where I forgot, because we never talk about this subject. So anyway, I'm like, we started at primates, and then over millions of years, we started walking upright to see over the grasslands and the savannah, and then we evolved with bigger brains. And then I'm like, but I'm like, you don't understand how many years this is, where slowly we evolved.
What happened to Adam and Eve?
Into to humans, and that's where we came from.
Were dinosaurs on the ark?
And then Tommy gives it 3 beats. He's like, so God was a monkey? And then I was like, oh, shit. And then I'm like, never dawned on me that, and then I was like, don't know where to go from there. And then I was like,
amazing.
Kind of. Yeah. And then I slowly walked out with my hands up.
the monkey gods.
I'm like, hands up, feet up.
Don't shoot questions, bro.
You did the army crawl out of the room.
And then
God is a monkey. I love it.
So this is my question to you, Andrea. I obviously went too far into evolution for that, but then now, if they ever ask me again, I don't know where to go from that, because they'll
forget. Luckily, they'll forget.
Yeah. Right. Hopefully.
So you can say, science explains this. Some people believe in this.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fair.
So, and then, science shows us that this is what, A, B, and C happens.
You're pretty good about giving me a choice of
Right.
not
school.
a choice of believing facts, but Like,
there are some people that believe that we came from, Adam and Eve, and
because a couple times we've had to
and
talk
then
about.
they can decide what they want.
I
to
can't
believe.
say that with a straight face, though.
Well,
I
know. Well, it's like a
that.
couple times we've had to breach the conversation with Maisie about like boys being able to wear dresses or boys dating boys or girls dating girls,
Right.
and I just kind of act like it's no big deal and it's totally fine, and then I don't spend any time on it. I just move on like a champ because it's just easier because it's like I don't want to give her the idea that any of that is wrong because I don't believe it is.
Yeah.
And you can tell them, you
doing
don't
right, man.
have to just talk about Christianity. You can talk about other people believe we came from other things. Like there
I actually
are
think
lots
just
of
saying
different-
God is a monkey is easier. That's honestly, follow me with this because
I'm
if
getting
you don't
a tattoo next week.
follow me with this. If you don't believe in it,
People want a God as a monkey shirt. by
yeah,
the way.
I mean, if you don't believe in it, then saying that is completely okay. I think because I mean, eventually they're gonna grow up and decide what they want to decide. Anyway,
That's what
right?
I hoped.
mean,
Yeah. I just
And they're not at the Christian school anymore. So unless you're gonna go, to
Max just
That's true.
graduated.
Yeah, that's true.
It's I eventually assume that they'll just.
Do they go to church at all, like with a
No.
family member? Okay.
How about just keep it light during story time, there, homie?
I know. Why are you going to such heavy topics right before bed?
Dinosaurs.
right, but you didn't have to go into the evolution.
What about your superhero stories? I mean, for a minute you
Just
were
show
playing
them
the
Land
Dan.
Before Time.
Well, that's another thing too. Speaking of that, is
You used to play the Dan card and use your creativity to weave a tale. Now you're telling them about atrocities.
Well, so they're scared. Okay, they watched some zombie cartoon, and then Max
Oh,
got
God.
scared of zombies, and then so at
Hell,
night
what's going on over at the Van household?
they
I watched some horrifying videos.
We let him watch the first 48.
The first movie they watched was on VHS, Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh my
You can't
God.
even rent that anymore.
So-
it was outlawed.
So
Kids.
I'm explaining to them that zombies are fake and like monsters are fake and it's not real. It's not real life or whatever. But then they were like, so then I started going into what other things are fake. I was like, like these cartoons
you
are fake.
take it like, why don't you just end it?
He goes
like a
way
week
too
after,
extreme.
though?
They don't talk back, so I have the.
Oh.
I just keep talking.
Right.
It's the whole they
It's
don't
like-
talk back.
Wait a
thing.
minute,
You see me in a client meeting. If they don't talk, I'll keep going. Like I pause for one.
Stay safe out there, guys.
For one Mississippi, if they don't add it, I'm like, keep going.
You gotta give him more time.
Larry's not talking. He's not. Hey, Dr. Sugarworks, give me those bikini pics. Oh yeah. Like here.
Just give them a beat and then just say, okay,
You
boys,
lied to us.
good
You
talk.
said that you were having a conversation with your
It's
sons,
one-sided.
and if they're not talking, then all you're doing is you're just annoying the shit out of them.
Yeah. Well,
Keep it light.
Crystal
Just
done
lecturing
with
about
it, so
shit
they're my only outlet.
What is she doing?
And
What-
this, I
what
guess.
is Crystal doing while you're having these
I hope
random
she's having
conversations?
these-
Bubble bath.
I'm hiding. Yeah, we're like, watch out, the monster's coming.
But Daddy said monsters aren't real.
Well, there's
This one's real. This one's a real bitch. We should go into business together, Jink.
I try to get her at night, but still, she thinks I'm an octopus.
I thought monsters liked octopus.
Anyway, okay, so I had this other theory when I was sitting there, and I often am worried that my sons are growing up too soft. We talked about this forever.
You talk about it all the time.
And I'm like, and I've just come to the realization. I'm like, their lives aren't hard, so how can they grow up hardened? Because they're easy.
You have to move out.
Yeah. Well, not even me. It's just their general life. Like, they have a nice house. They have a pool. They don't.
Daddy gives them whatever they want.
Yeah. They're
That's
not,
why I said he has to
You
move
know,
out.
they don't have. Their old man doesn't come home drunk, kick the dog around, punch holes in the. It's
Right.
like there's nothing.
See, Maisie's got that one for her.
Well,
You can check that box.
They're also inherently, and I realize they get it from me. Like I'm not very hard either. I don't know if you noticed, but
No, Andrea and I get in on that. We had an argument this week. Full transparency. I won't bring it back up again because I know we were mad. But you are more of a easier target than I am. Mm-hmm. Well said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
I don't think your kids have to, you
Yeah.
don't have to have a hard life.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
you're
That's
fine.
You don't have to have
So
a hard
You're
life.
fine.
So it dawned on me the other night where I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm like, I want this. And I think it's because I grew up with my pop-up. My dad was like a real man. So I'm like looking for that. as like, hey, they need to be like that. My pop-up grew up in the Great Depression, like in an orphanage in like World War II.
It was bad times.
Needed to be tough, and then my dad was the product of my pop-up, and I'm sure that was rough. And then nowadays, and I started thinking, I was like, well, wait a minute, like, what do they really need to be tough for? Like, what's their life going to be like? Most likely, like, just like chances are they'll probably have a normal life and a normal house
if
with
it needs
AC.
to be hard, let's say
they'll have a normal job.
Just raise a good human.
Yeah, if they need to be hard, I think they'll pivot. Like I had a friend of mine that had a kid that was very much like a Tommy. Like a sensitive kid. And creative, but he really liked ROTC and then wanted to do a military path.
Yeah.
But I always thought in the back of my mind, well, this is never going to work because this kid is like such a sweet creative. He's more of a creative. He's not going to be your hardened Marine. I was absolutely wrong. Rose to the challenge. He went into the Marines, graduated and is doing what he wants to do on gunships and whatnot, and he became tough when he needed to become tough. So there you go.
And you never know. I'm looking at a 4 and 6 year old and trying to determine how they're going to be when they're adults, and it's kind of impossible. But I did start to think, I was like, well, you don't really need to raise them to be.
We've been telling you
that tough.
That's what Juan said, actually.
And
you just want to make sure they're not spoiled, entitled brats. But at the same time, isn't every parent want their child to have a better life than they did? I mean, isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
So why are you trying to like? I'll force you into something really fucked up to give you some grit.
I mean, I don't want my daughter to have a better life than I have. Just like right at the same would be fine. But if she had a better life, I'm going to be a little jealous. So I like right at the same, same level.
Because I did
feel that's fair.
I did start to think, I was like, wait, like, if you were ridiculously tough nowadays, like you'd be like similar to what's the guy, the character from The Revenant, Leonardo DiCaprio, like that guy, like he needed to be tough back then because they're fucking wolves. He's living in the wilderness. Like, there's a lot of, you're attacked by a bear, like a lot of shit could go down that you need to be tough for during that time period. Like if he lived in 2020 over toughness, it's a waste of being tough.
And if in his teen years Tommy wants to live out in the woods, he will learn those life skills.
Yeah. He'll gather the skills he needs.
Right.
Sure.
But I did think, I was like, but the only stipulation or the only problem with this, if the world did end, you're going to have to suck Mad Max's dick or be a scientist or something because you're not tough enough to actually be.
Yeah, you're right. when the shit does hit the fan, you're sucking Mad Max's dick. That I can agree with.
And that would be the only downfall.
That really goes for anybody that's not as tough as Mad Max.
Or be a scientist to create his flying machine, something.
Yeah.
You're not going to...
well, even if you create the flying machine, chances are some guy with guns is going to come and make you suck his dick. And then you're going to have to give you the flying machine because he bullies you into giving him, or at least making one for him.
The only downfall. There it is.
Yeah, and if you want to survive...
I felt good about that.
But then also, if you want to survive, you can assimilate and then maybe befriend the guy by sucking his dick. And then maybe you guys become like a team. And hey, if the only penance is to suck the guy's dick and you're safe.
Yeah.
But I think you also
does he get to suck your dick too, though, or is it just like a one?
No,
it's a
Mad Max.
He's not sucking anyone's dick.
I don't think Mad Max has ever sucked a dick.
He's just like flapping around with it. Like,
no, I don't think he is. I don't think he's into
flick it a
bro.
little bit.
I don't think that's gay, bro.
Yeah.
Spit on it.
Yeah, it's only gay if you do it. If it's done to you,
it's like the Middle East.
Yeah,
I've heard it.
So you're gonna stop worrying about trying to harden your kids?
No, he'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. It's a constant battle for me.
Shit or get off the
See, I want my daughter to be more lovey and more sweet.
Yeah, Daniel, we were actually laying in bed. He was like, I wish she would come and like lay in our bed. Like she never has ever come to sleep in our bed or lay in our bed.
Dude, I beg her to. I say, please sleep with me. Like, come, let's watch cartoons. I'll let you stay up as late as you want. She'll say, nah, I like my bed. And then I get in her bed and she's like, get out of my bed. And I'm like, oh my God, you bitch.
Yeah, she's just not sweet.
Every morning the boys go, it's cuddle time for 5 minutes.
Oh, then
they invite me over. They're like, it's family
invite
cuddle
you
time.
Over?
Because
they cuddle together for 5 minutes.
I'm kind of hard like that too, because I was like, I would not do cuddle time. I'm like, nope, my alarm's gone off. I have to get up. I have to get dressed.
Yeah, nobody cuddles with me. Not even Caesar. He can't fucking hear me. My wife thinks I'm disgusting. My daughter thinks I'm stupid. Just lay in bed by myself.
It's always
my only friends are all the cam girls on X videos.
Get ready to
Those
suck
are
Mad
my
Max
real
dick.
friends.
You're sucking Mad Max dick.
No, I'm just a loner. I mean,
or invent some bombs.
Somebody said
Scientists or suck his dick.
Yeah.
somebody said kid swap. I wonder how it would go if we swapped kids.
Maisie, I'd teach her how to ride 4-wheelers. Immediately, she'd be.
Your kid? No, do not let Maisie go over there to Tom's house. She'd be dead in a week.
No. She's tough.
I know she's tough, but then you're gonna push it to the limits.
I brought out the old field goal 2 days ago.
Goal?
Yeah. Still, is
I'm
rust
glad you
pours
have
out
that.
of the sides.
that's fine.
But I brought it out so I could teach Tommy and Max how to kick field goals. Not interested. They threw the ball, threw it a couple times, and they're like, "It's too hot out here." I'm like, "Come on!"
83 degrees outside.
2 days ago, I'd settled in with the Switch.
We're
and
going in the pool.
I was getting ready to play video games for the first time of the day, and Maisie's like,
I don't want to play video games. Let's go for a bike ride. Bomb the lake.
and I'm like, fuck!
Oh, Max will sit there and play video games all day long, addicted to
So
it.
I said, "Bye guys, I'm gonna stay here."
Yeah. So
making
Andrea
masks,
got to play
making
video
masks.
games, and I got to go out and ride bikes in the sun, and while BDMs laugh at me because Maisie's fast.
All right, we're about to go to break.
Fuck it,
but
we burned a huge segment.
I'm gonna bring in my gifts I got for everybody.
You gonna do it right now?
yeah.
Or do you want to
Party.
wait till second segment?
And I'll bring it in right because then I'll bring them in and put them out because they're too big to.
Bring him in.
Okay. Do you want me to go to break during there? Or are you gonna do it right now? Okay.
He wants to do it live on air.
Okay. He's doing it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Are you excited for your present?
I am pretty. I've already told Maisie about these. She's excited. I'm excited. Andrea's excited. I know what mine are. I don't really know what yours
Somebody
is.
said Maisie would boss around Tom and call him out on things. She would.
That's probably true.
She's so fucking bossy.
Do you need
those
help
are
with that? You
beautiful.
look like you're struggling.
Okay.
Those are beautiful.
That's and then
Oh, I see little pep. Whoa!
Don't you touch my goddamn whiskey.
Yeah, check that out.
Wow.
Look at those ginormous.
So
peppers.
these are something that he grew on his
Tower garden?
garden.
Yeah,
And
look.
then
These are
planted?
these are gorgeous.
Dude, look
at
how many
these.
jalapenos
Is that
you
a
have growing
weed
at the top
plant?
of that.
Wow, man.
I hope he just tipped it all over on his
No,
mother's
no,
lap.
look at that. Look how good this is. It's fine. Couple little turd
what
nugs.
happened? Oh.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
So you grew this in your your tower garden?
Well, yeah, they grew, and then I propagated a branch, then put it in water. They grew roots, and then I potted it. And
Wow, dude, these are great.
So
Look at you, Mr. Green.
I know.
Do
right?
you have instructions on how to take care of these things?
yeah, just water. I could tomatoes for you, Samantha.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Big
a
old
fancy
tomatoes.
pot.
Look, he put a stick and
Yeah.
a zip tie and
Thanks for the stick.
everything.
Damn, son.
The tomato I had some problems with early in the propagation process, but I narrowed it down, and this one's good.
So it's a once a day water scenario?
Yeah, just keep it
in sunlight?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be full sun. It could be partial sunlight. In your patio would be fine.
Does she need a
All right.
cage?
Doesn't need a
Stick her up?
cage yet.
The chat room is very impressed with your crop. I'm gonna put it on the couch cam.
There's the
everybody can see it,
jalapenos
yeah.
and then Sorrento peppers. I know Daniel wanted some Sorrento.
yeah.
I got another jalapeno from
Those are
Butler.
good as hell, man.
Yeah,
And,
look at these guys. I mean,
They look
those
great,
are ready.
dude.
those are ready to
That's
go.
legitimately
Now-
ready to go.
Now you guys have to learn how to prune them because they're a little wild
Can
right
I
now.
look that up?
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gave us a gift that I have to work on.
Yeah. But now you
Okay.
could let it go.
Like any
but
good boss does, right?
If you prune them, they'll fruit more. So, like, you basically train them
You're
to
forcing me to
produce-
garden now.
Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah, eat
once
it.
that first tomato
You could just
comes,
bring me tomatoes like you brought me cilantro. Now I got to
He
take
can't
care
t-
of this thing?
I know
He
they're
can't
pretty.
toughen up his kids, so he's toughening up you.
God damn it.
I
I
mean,
don't know
what?
if this is toughening up.
Do you
but
want to suck Mad Max's tomatoes?
Maybe.
you gotta learn how to.
I'm just gonna watch.
So,
I'm a watcher.
I'm a watcher.
and
These are great. Thanks, dude. What do
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta do with these peppers? Just put them in dirt.
no, they're good right there.
Oh, I can just leave them like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay,
No,
I'll put them out on the patio.
Leave them that and then propagate, and then you can put them in the.
Yeah, you can actually you can cut branches off, and then when you cut branches off, you put them in like a little a cup of water. They'll grow roots. You can make more, but this one will produce more jalapenos than you'll ever need as long as you prune it right. Then you could have 15, 20
What
jalapenos.
exactly is pruning?
It's basically clipping off the top new growth, and it spawns growth from the bottom, making
How often you got to do that?
it more bushy. Not like once every 2 weeks or
Oh, okay.
whatever.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Daniel, this is you in Maisie's project.
Can I just use scissors? Do I have to buy
scissors,
garden tools?
Scissors. You can pinch it with your fingers, especially the
Nice,
tomatoes.
rip it off. Okay.
Yeah. It's no big deal.
Bite it off.
Plants are easy. They basically just grow.
I love it, dude. Thank you.
There's not much to them.
I appreciate that. Do we want to do our shot now or later? At the end of the show? I didn't know where we were going to do
let's do it now.
All right, let's do it now. We'll do our shot.
You're dedicating this one to someone specific, right?
Yeah. Let me put our reverb on so we sound official. This one goes out to Howie, our good friend Howie Davenport. Guy's been a listener for many years. Knew you and I both when we were on the Monsters.
Yep.
Then followed us to starting our own company and doing this show. He's been battling some cancer, and we all know we fucking hate cancer. And I believe he's in his final stages of about to go to the great beyond, and he's made peace with it. And I told him that I'd give him some love. So, Howie, this is for you.
All right, so raise your glass to a crazy new normal, where touching elbows is the new formal. Shooting Color Lisa and sipping fine wines makes me think yesterday for easier times. 1 year toast, 815-131.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Here's you, Howie. Love you, buddy.
Why do you throw hard words in there when you're trying to do?
Which one?
It's his process.
He's overconfident.
You did really good on that, though.
But yeah, you did good. But if you made it just like
With the Cala Lisa? That's the brand of the whiskey, though.
Yeah, Calalisa.
It's for sugar work.
I was like, why do you throw in big words in there? Make it easier on yourself.
Hey guys, remember the Beastie Boys? Remember the song "Root Down"? That was a cover of originally the song was done by Jimmy Smith. The name of the song was "Root Down" and "Get It." Well, there's a guy out of Boston, a percussionist named Tim Carmen and the Street 45s. This is his band. This is their cover of Jimmy Smith's "Root Down" and "Get It." You're going to love it. You're going to recognize it because you're going to remember the Beastie Boys, but do some historical research. It gets real funky, and this bass line is Tom Van approved. So we'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN.
You know what?
Yeah, that's Pariah Mike's. That's Pariah Mike's band, Ire and Sentiment, with their song "Become the Gray," which I said was written about every morning radio show host Dick. Welcome back to A Mediocre Show with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Butler is here. You said you wanted mail on mail.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Mail on mail, you will get.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by another new sponsor that signed up this week, which we appreciate.
We really do. Oh, my God.
And we actually did a little go-to show on ACT for Thursday, if you want to check it out. Goldsmith Jewelry. David Lair, I got a ring made for my wife for Mother's Day, and I started talking to the owner, David Lair, and, we started talking about business, and they just opened back up, and then I was like, man, all these years we've always, Daniel's got his wedding ring.
My ring that I have on. They actually took my father's ring.
Yeah.
After he passed, before I got married, and they poured his ring in the center of my ring.
Yeah.
So I always have my dad with me wherever I go. Yeah, it gets me a little bit, but it's awesome.
They do specialize in custom jewelry and stuff. That
does not break the bank.
Yeah.
You can get a better ring custom made and for less money with a better diamond than if you go to some place and they steal from you, because they will. It's a scam in a lot of places.
They made Crystal's engagement ring, wedding ring.
They made Andrea's.
Her earrings. The only jewelry I've ever bought was from Goldsmith. Anyway, so we were talking to David, and I was like, you should definitely be an advertiser, and so they are now. And if you're looking for any sort of jewelry as a present or watches,
can I talk
custom
about the
made.
dog?
Yeah.
I talk about what happened. David has a new puppy named Shadow, and it's a girl, little boy.
I think it's a boy.
Just a beautiful German Shepherd puppy, and it's there, and it's the mascot. I mean, they're foot traffic in there is.
It was behind in the back.
Back with the jewelers back there, and there's like that one real man that didn't talk was back there. Man, he was carving.
Yeah.
Did you even peek at what he was doing? It was super intricate. That little guy.
He
was just going to town on something, and it's some of the most intricate.
Was
like
he like a dwarf? Because you did like one of these.
Well, no, but no.
He's got fairies working for him.
He has an army of fairies. No, but they use
kind of slaves.
They use new technology and old technology, so they have this 3D printer that prints in 2 different colored waxes, a blue wax and a red wax. The red wax is the stabilizing wax. The blue wax is the actual rendering of your ring. The red wax holds the blue wax in place. They drop it into this liquid. It dissolves the blue wax, or the red wax rather, and then you have a
perfect mold.
A perfect mold of whatever your ring would look like, and then that's how they form the jewelry. It's fucking amazing. But anyway, the dog, I love puppies. I want a puppy right now. Andrea has to fight me on it. I want one real bad. Because goes back to the first topic. I want someone to hug me. I need cuddles, and my family's a bunch of bitches.
Your luck, though, it'll be a puppy that won't give a damn about
it'll just love Maisie, right?
Yeah.
It'll just take like Caesar does. I mean, but anyway, and so this puppy, I'm just making on it. I'm just doting on this puppy and rubbing it and giving it love, and it proceeds to dump a gallon of hot piss right in my sandal. And because I love David so much, I didn't say a word, and then I got out, and Tom, I'm like, I need to do something with my foot before I get in your car, and he's like, that's fine.
Like he hasn't brought doo-doo in his own.
So I put a Wendy's cup on my foot, and we rode all the way back here.
Kind of like the
anyway.
So if you want to get your engagement ring, me and Daniel said if you do get your engagement ring from Goldsmith made there, we'll record a congratulatory message for your wedding or whatever you want.
Or I will come out of retirement and I will be the officiant of your wedding. I will do that.
That's a little step too
and
far.
Tom will be the DJ.
He better not go to somebody else's wedding.
He's going to be the DJ.
So
anyway. We're booked for Remy's wedding next week.
Let's
I know you're lying. He's already married.
Let's go email first.
Okay. Email.
Reoccurring dreams. Tom's favorite subject.
Ooh, I got a dream I can talk about.
Hey, all from West Coast. I just want to say thank you for doing these Twitch video game days during this hard time in the past month, and the lack of seeing y'all in April. It was kind of rough. But video games helped me escape for the time. Since being furloughed, gaming has really helped me not going into the despair. So the fact that you all pick it up and showcase how it can help you all really boosts my morale, and just love seeing Tom not understand how to have fun the way I do. There's another way Tom hates me. I'm a big dreamer. I've been having a reoccurring dream since I was like 6. This past week I had 2, and I don't know what triggers them. But I was wondering if you have some reoccurring dreams that y'all have over the years. This morning I also had a dream where I know where the source of the imagery came from, like Instagram or a movie. Those are fun too, but this one had some singing, 4 Non-Blondes, What's Going On, maybe an hour before I woke up. Now the song is stuck in my head.
That song it's called What's Up.
It's called What's Up, yeah. Do you ever get influenced for us of the day by your dreams like music or food? If I dream about food, I want to have it the rest of the day. Big black gay Ron.
No, I don't really dream about food ever.
Oh, I do.
Really? What kind of food?
Cheesesteaks.
Okay.
No, right. I will dream about food and then I'll want it that day.
Yeah, I don't have any food dreams. I did have a dream, and I had you put it on the list. I had a dream not even 2 nights ago that Tom took a very unflattering photo of me completely naked.
Okay.
And then was holding it against me, like using it.
I was blackmail?
Yeah, you were like fucking with me with this photo that you had of me.
Was that your stepbrother?
Yeah, it was a weird dream, and I remember the feeling that I got was like I was terrified that you were gonna like send it to my mom or my wife or something. But it was literally just me naked. And
it's a weird threat. I'm gonna send this naked photo to your mom. Like, pretty sure she's seen you nude. Well, maybe not adult nude.
But, it's way different now.
But
it's hard.
Yeah, I
changed a little bit.
But I feel like you'd be the least shamed by your mom, right? It's like
I don't know.
Sending it to.
I mean, well, then based on your own analogy, then you should be the most. Based on your own analogy, then you should be the most comfortable in a Japanese game show of having sex with your mom because you've already been there. That's your logic.
Well, I'm just saying, and now I can understand you doing something nefarious, but just a regular nude, maybe a boner nude. Then
it was a boner nude.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you don't want your mom to see that.
And then you had it, and you were like using it. You're like, I still got that picture, and you kept being like, you still have that picture, you fucking pig.
No,
and you were like mean, like really, and I was terrified. And I woke up, and then I looked over, and Andrea's there, and I woke up, and I was like, I have to fucking quit my job. This guy's a monster.
It's a bizarre. What the hell are you thinking about?
Well, I mean, it isn't. I mean, there have been reports of
the
people.
Discord page.
Well, there are people reporting that dreams are more vivid and crazier than ever right now, right? I mean, they're doing studies on it.
I've seen the headlines of that, but I don't understand what their reasoning for that.
Anxiety
just
causing people.
Google COVID dreams just to see if the article pops up. I think that's
your anxiety is 100 all times anyway.
Yeah.
So you've always had this like crazy dreams.
I've always had crazy dreams. So not like this though. This one was different. This one was really sad. Like and scary. Well, it hurt my feelings. I was like, this is a person I admire, I care about. He's treating me like shit. To me, honestly, the feeling I got, I mean, I'm not throwing any shade. I'm just saying it gave me the feeling of my last job. That terror, like I just like doom and gloom.
Did they touch you, bro?
Thanks a lot. This guy.
I was writing down ideas. I was like, nude picture. Threatened to send it to his mom. I wrote all down. Call him a little pig.
This article is suggesting
Alec Baldwin.
You little pig.
I know there's other articles, but this one is suggesting that it's because you're getting more sleep. Because you're quarantined. You're getting just as much, if not more, sleep.
I have been getting more sleep.
Dreams and dream recall is increased during the crisis. But I saw other ones where it's like you're getting vivid dreams. Like, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Mine are a little more... Yeah, I mean, like, lately, and since, we've been quarantined, I remember them more... It's weird. I remember them more immediately upon waking up, but as time goes on, I will then forget them. So it's not as long lasting as you would think it would be.
I feel like the THC control deletes my dreams before I wake up. Like they're just gone.
Maybe that's it. I haven't had
occasionally I
dream in
remember
years.
something like but like it very seldom is it something like I'm like
Can I ask you a marijuana question?
Yeah,
both of you guys.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe it does after when you smashed your face. You know, remember that? Like, do you guys ever get so high off of an edible where like when you guys are going to bed? I'm assuming that you're at your highest then, or no?
Sometimes.
Yeah, like normally I go to bed at my highest. It's almost like I've achieved it, so now it's time to retire to my coffin.
Yeah. See, sometimes I go to bed and I'm just riding that coaster. I haven't peaked yet.
Oh, really? So you're asleep and peaking.
See, but I
sleep and peak. Sleep and peak.
Sleep and peak.
I don't want to. I feel like
it's wake and bake.
No, I think that's a waste.
It's a waste. Yeah, you're sleeping.
It just takes me like if it's a heavy indica.
It takes me to a different place, bro.
But it might help him sleep.
It helps me get to that like that REM sleep. It just takes me into like a stress-free sleep.
But if you fight it like Ambien, that's when you.
That's what I do. Yeah.
See, I don't fight.
I try to fight. I wake up in and out of shows with Andrea, and she'll be like, "Ha ha," and I'm laughing, and I'll be like, "Ha ha ha," like, but I was totally asleep.
So we turned on our lights down to like 20% before we go to sleep, so it's almost like sets the mood in the bedroom.
Do you have a TV in your room?
You have lights on in your room while you sleep?
No, well, just before we go to bed, as we're going to bed, we'll turn the lights down really low.
Stadium lights.
And we do have a TV in the bedroom, but we hardly ever watch it, only if we're like really into a TV show.
You know what Crystal does, which I don't understand, is that we have...
Well, you've never said that phrase before.
We have Alexa that obviously we have them in all the rooms now, and she uses it as our alarm, right? Mm-hmm. But it's voice activated, so literally every morning... It's the same thing. When it goes off playing music that she, it's usually the Avett Brothers or something like something that she likes. And then
Good day, sunshine.
And then every single morning, as soon as it goes off, she wakes up and is like, Alexa, stop. And then it stops, and I'm like, why? Then she goes back to sleep. And I'm like, that's it. Why? Every day. Like, why?
Why'd you even said that?
So it interrupts you in the morning. And
God damn it, somebody needs to do something about this fucking musical interruption.
I'm awake every single time, and it's like I hear the Avett Brothers or something like, hoo, ha, Like, you know,
It's the Lumineers, isn't it?
It's some shit like that. And then she's like, I like it. She's mad at it too. Like it's inconveniencing her. I'm like, you told her to do this. It's that goddamn robot. Alexa, stop! She's yelling. Goddamn! First, they're aggressive, and also you said it. You told her to do this
song. I hate that.
And you're mad at it.
Who does that song?
Oh God!
Yeah, then I talked to Alexa in the kitchen. I'm like, this lady's a real bitch.
I know, Tom. I have known for a very long time.
I'm like, wait,
You're falling in love with it, like that movie Her.
Can I put my dick at the top of it?
Can sit it on top?
Oh my God!
You cannot set your dick on the top of me unless you are Mad Max.
Like, what's under the cylinder? Is there something in there?
Don't lift her cylinder.
Come on, let me see. Let me take your buttons off.
There's a fleshlight in here somewhere, right?
You're kind of shaped like a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you put your dick on top of it and it flashes red.
I'm like, if you were a fleshlight underneath, I wouldn't need to be married.
Just hum.
Alexa, tell me how big my dick is.
What's the voicemail?
Voicemail. Stop.
All right, hold on. We might.
By the way, speaking of being furloughed, if you did lose your job, like we talked to Precision Door, they are hiring right now.
Yeah.
They're doing a huge hiring push. So if you're looking for a job, if you got laid off, if you need a job, contact Precision Door.
Our buddy John the Barber, too. He's working for Valhalla Bakery, his wife's bakery. They're hiring experienced bakers, too, because they're obviously pushing at a lot of locally sourced goodies. By the way, you can always buy something local to help people out. You know, like you and I are getting our dinner tonight from the East End Market up here, a little place called Farmhouse.
Yep.
And they do locally sourced vegan options, and they did a vegan shepherd's pie, and I saw it come through on an email, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I've been wanting shepherd's pie bad, and
Sounds
it's
good.
an easy thing to do to support somebody local in your community.
Yep.
Let's try
So
Carl.
if you're looking for a job, give him a call.
Try this.
Hey, T&D Media Extraordinaire. You guys are on the air, hopefully. Just wanted to talk about a weird subject, and it is weird. Say if you
I mean, he's gonna die, right?
Level 10. I haven't
we
seen
haven't had a level 10. I thought he straightened himself out.
Is this level 10 Carl?
Oh, yeah.
This is level 10 Carl, but I think we're dipping into 12s now.
Yeah.
I mean, with
now it's there's like level 2 brain damage.
I
don't know if the
level 2 CTE.
yeah, it's sounding worse, Carl.
I happen to be watching the show with your lady, and you're like, all right, well, that's fine.
What?
Something that you don't ever would watch, whatever. But say if you're watching said show, let's call it Golden Gals. I don't know.
Golden Girls?
It was a show that you didn't mind watching. Then all of a sudden they went to bed, and all of a sudden you find yourself drunk.
He's watching Golden Girls drunk.
I can hear it in the background. I hear the theme song.
Okay, so I see what he's saying. So his wife or girlfriend or whatever suggested
fantastic.
watching a show. It's not really something he wanted to watch, but he was like, whatever, sure, let's watch it. But then she falls asleep, and now he's continuing to watch it because now he's into it, but he's also drunk.
You know what's funny is the whole chat room was ready to turn on him because they're fickle, and the chat room was
But
like,
now
we're going to
they're
fuck
in.
you up. But then they heard the theme song, and they're like, and he's not lying, and they're like, Golden Girls drunk is approved. You get a pass. And they're like, all right.
Those old sitcoms.
They
like
hold
a
up.
I don't know if they do because
Golden Girls does. It makes me laugh.
I've never watched Golden Girls.
I think it holds up, man,
yeah, it
because
does.
it was a little spicy for its time.
I hear that, yeah.
Some of the jokes that they throw out there, you could not do right now.
I just it's like what the old grandmas they're like what
it was
the oldest one is like the
It was
youngest
basically
one.
like Living Single, right? But an old white lady version.
Well, it's just like it's sort of a peek behind the curtain. You think old people are one way, but these 4 ladies show you that being of age and living in America is quite a different story. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
They're just like you.
Well, no, they're just like, the old lady's still horny because I don't think you lose that.
Yeah.
I really don't think you do. I think you don't talk about it as much, but I don't think you stop being horny. I can't see myself stopping being horny. I'm getting hornier. Like, I'm out of control. I'm like a sex addict. Like, it's a problem. It's tearing my life apart.
So was he saying that if you...
I guess he's asking if that's ever happened to you before. Like your wife suggested to watch a show, you weren't really into it.
I got one.
But then all of a sudden they fall asleep and now you're into it. And you're watching like 2 or 3 episodes after they fall asleep.
The Crown. I hate that I like The Crown. Wanted to hate on it. Hated on it before I watched it. Handmaid's Tale. Hated on it.
Great British baking show.
Yeah, I hated on it. But these are all shows. I watched them, and then you kind of get sucked into them, a little bit.
There's the Dead to Me. My wife started watching.
That's a good show. That's actually pretty funny.
That's good. Christina Applegate's good. And then the other one was Steve Carell, where he's playing like Matt Lauer. And
it's
the
like
morning,
the
morning show.
Yeah.
I wasn't into it at first, and then I got into it. So yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If it's on a network and it's well produced and there's obviously millions of dollars put into it, like most likely it's gonna be something, right? Like there'll be some entertainment value to it. Like just for the fact that it exists means that there's something to it. I mean,
Disney Plus
hard
has
to find
some
pure garbage.
Disney
out there.
Plus has some really good shows.
Some hot garbage out there.
yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
I like that. What is it? What's it? Prop.
The Disney prop show.
What is it called? I forget what it's called.
I gotta look it up.
You were telling me about
remember.
this.
The prop show,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, that was the last.
Prop culture.
Prop culture. Yeah, that's a great show.
What is it?
It's just a guy who has a really outlandish collection of movie props, and he goes around basically giving you the history of the movie. How the props were made, and then he kind of finds the ones that maybe he doesn't own. He owns a lot,
or he'll visit people that were in the movie and show them some of the props from the movie they were in. Yeah,
and then get their story. So like he went to Danny Elfman's house, and Danny has obviously because he's the quote singing voice for Jack Skellington from that movie. He has one, and then they show you the techniques and how it was made and how it can deteriorate, how to save it. It's neat. It's really, really neat. And then on there's another show that we're going to start tonight that all the kid shows on there about, like, the kid cooking show is really good, and the one that's like young adults and kids building. It's called Shop Class.
Oh, yeah. I watched the entire... That's why me and my husband started woodworking, by the way.
Shop Class is legit
I watched
good
the whole
show.
season. Justin Long's the host. That's great.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because
I'm
we're starting it tonight, so okay.
Yeah.
If you like it, I'll be fine.
It's good.
It's all about woodworking, but it's for kids. It's like simple tasks, and it's fucking cool.
Oh, and it's also hilarious. Me and my husband laugh because it's supposed to be like these teams of kids, right? That are like builders and innovators and all this stuff, but it's mostly, and their coach or whatever is a shop class teacher from just like a typical middle or high school.
Oh, that's dope.
So they bring him in to be like the coach of the team, but it's typically the fucking teachers doing all the work, and they're getting pissed at these kids, but it's Disney, so they have to be like, okay, well, and they're on like a time crunch, so that like you could tell these fucking teachers are stressed out.
It's not like the old school Monster Garage when Jesse James would be like, the guy on that team, he's a real fucking dickhead. They don't do that. It's Disney Plus, but try Shop Class.
And what is it
Disney
on?
Plus.
Disney Plus.
All right, I got to tap back into Disney Plus. I was just hating on it in there. It's like I only downloaded it for Mandalorian, but I need to watch more.
You got to check out the other, like the original content.
Since we're talking movie content and TV content, tonight is supposed to be the beginning, and I need y'all's help. I'm supposed to start Star Wars with the family. Do I go in how they were released? Or is there
That's how I watched it.
Okay.
Ask the nerd here.
Yeah, ask the nerd.
Yeah, you go in how they're released, because otherwise it totally destroys the story that everything led up to in the first 3. You'll find out that Darth is the father.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true. It reveals
and all that.
it.
So
it's
too much reveal if you watch the first.
So just go in the original.
Go in the original order.
Maisie's not as scared of that or anything.
Not really.
My sons are too scared. No. They're too scared for Harry Potter. Like Harry Potter. Like Tommy's like, I'll be ready when I'm 14.
14.
He always throws his.
He's a good boy.
Like he throws.
You ask him when's he gonna be ready?
Yeah. Like
that's so cute.
I'm like, God damn! What are you? The Navy dive table? You're too conservative.
I like it.
You know what? You do need to give him some
first,
grit.
You're ready. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about.
He can't watch Harry Potter till he's 14.
Well, He says that.
I know.
I want to show it to him now.
Force him like a Clockwork Orange. Peel his eyes open and make him watch Harry Potter.
They watched some animated short, and Max got freaked the fuck out over at my mom's house. It was about.
Was it the Bao Bun one?
No,
dude, that's twisted as
That's
fuck.
No, I'll show it to you. It's the.
That shit scared
Right?
me.
Daniel, look up "kid turns into watermelon."
Oh no!
All right,
and so
you're on one of your racist websites.
What are you watching?
It's so I picked up Max from my mom's house the other day, and then Max was all freaked out, and he's saying his stomach hurts or whatever, and I was like, that's weird. He's like never acts like this or whatever, and then finally he blurts out that he watched something.
Oh, I got it. Watermelon, a cautionary
tale.
So he blurts out that he's like, I watched a video I wasn't supposed to, and then
porno.
I got two black bulls 69. They were gay.
Yeah,
I guess the lady shit a grapefruit.
It
was a shit nightmare.
The
lady was shitting cum everywhere.
yeah. That's immediately what hit. I was like, "What'd you watch? What did you tell me?"
Was there a great white raft involved?
So, and then he told me he started to describe this watermelon cartoon that he watched, and the fact that he then got scared that he was going to turn into a watermelon.
Oh, I think I know the plot. Let me guess.
And
he eats a watermelon with seeds, and then
that's it. So it's
everybody knew that myth as a kid, though.
So I guess they did.
Man, your kids are soft.
I know.
Oh, look, he's turning into.
So then,
that's not terrifying at all. Jesus.
Yeah,
it's pretty terrifying.
He's got vines growing out of him, and then everybody's mad, and they're cutting his vines off, and the vines are coming out of his
chainsaw.
God
my
damn!
God,
They busted a chainsaw out?
Yeah. This is a weird. I don't know what this is or who made it. It's got 22 million views. So it's crazy.
CGI animated short film, Watermelon Cautionary Tale.
Did it say it was created SCAD? Is that what it said at the beginning? Savannah College of Art and Design?
I don't know. Look at him. He turned into a watermelon boy.
So then eventually he goes out to the playground and he turns into a full watermelon. You can tell.
It's cute.
And then he breaks. He falls.
He
smashes, and then other kids eat him alive.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So
this shit is fucking dark.
I know.
Yeah, he should not have watched this.
This is fucking Black Mirror stuff.
Yeah, it is.
This
is child Black Mirror.
I'm kind of with Maxie on this one.
Yeah, it's too far.
Well, is this worse than Star Wars?
Yes.
To a kid because
Star Wars got murdered.
No, but this is relatable. Like this is like I'm a kid. That's a kid. That kid turned into a watermelon.
I eat watermelon. Yeah.
Other kids like that's a stormtrooper. He can't hit any of his fucking shots. I'm not a stormtrooper. That shit's fake.
Max just encountered his first scar. Like,
well
Holy
done.
shit, man! He's never gonna eat watermelon again.
But it's a
well
kid's
done. You toughened him
cartoon.
up.
Nah, that's got to be like 14 and up. That's a 14 and up.
Anyway,
that's like that. What's that? Robots in Love and on Netflix. That's kind of like that. One of those animated.
Yeah.
So he's
Love, Death, and Robots.
He's
That's what it
freaked
was.
out. But that's the thing. If he's freaked out by this, I assume he's gonna be freaked out by goddamn Harry Potter or Star Wars or anything like that. It's not that scary. It's a fucking cartoon of a kid eating watermelon. Turning into a watermelon, then smashing himself through, I guess, death.
Well, he went off the slide. He was happy. He went down the slide. He landed. He smashed, and the other kids cannibalized him.
Yeah.
How did he find that video?
Yeah, I like it.
Don't know.
Okay.
That's still, they were on,
nobody was watching.
Got off kids' YouTube. I don't know.
In the grand scheme of things, it's better he found that video and not Pornhub.
That's true.
Just one Google search
Although,
away.
if you're quarantined, Pornhub Premium's free.
That's
Email.
true. Okay, Commando movie. Hi, all. Per your recommendation, I took the time to watch Commando this week. It's about as over-the-top and ridiculous of an action movie as Tom and Dan have both proclaimed, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. While the most quoted line on the show is, let off some steam, Bennett, I think my favorite part is when Arnold and Bill Duke are fighting in the motel room. Arnold kicks Bill Duke through the door of the adjoining room and interrupts a woman with comically large breasts getting railed from behind. The director could have chosen to just have the couple in bed, but instead decided to have this woman bent over with her huge udders swaying to and fro from the rhythmic pumps of her lover. I guess that was the 80s, though. Hope all is well. You two are the huge swaying udders of podcasting.
Incorrect. Incorrect. I looked at this video.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can play it for you guys. I don't think I can play it. I found it on YouTube.
Okay.
It's a flash, like the way that you see the girl. You don't really see nipples or anything like that. But I looked at it and I tried to because I didn't remember the scene. I went back and immediately when I saw it, I go, oh, he kicks him through the door. I remember he's in the suit.
Yeah.
And they're fighting. He pulls the gun out and he says, "Fuck you, motherfucker," or he says fuck you. And then the gun doesn't work. Remember? And then he goes, "Fuck me," or "Fuck you,"
Yeah, then he throws Bill Duke through the dentist square glass 80s
chunky ice blocks.
Chunky ice blocks. So he breaks that and then throws him through. And
that's got to be hard to break through, right?
No, so when they bust through the door,
it's through the wall.
No, when he goes through the door the first time, the girl and the guy are having sex, but the girl is behind the guy and they're both under the covers like they're playing camp out. So when it comes down, she's behind him, so she would have been fucking him.
Oh, pegging him?
I'm going to show
you.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
It was a prostitute scenario.
Sex worker.
That's That's what. Oh, is prostitute derogatory?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't say that. You know what?
Who's it going to offend? Prostitutes?
Cancel Tom. Burn his house down.
I am not saying prostitute. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Take that, prostitutes. I'm not stopping prostitute. You're not taking that from me.
I got to go to my history to find it. But yeah, I looked this up, and when you see
For someone who
Hooker
doesn't give a shit about anything, you got the soft.
Can you see it up on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do the audio for.
By the way, what prostitute is listening and be like, I never.
We have a lot of prostitutes.
It's not about who's listening. It's just.
Well, who's going to be offended by it? Like my
people that work in that industry.
My grandma's a prostitute.
Well, I don't care. Prostitutes, hookers, whores. Just call them whores.
Yeah.
Okay, here, watch. Okay, so this is. I'll fast forward. So they're doing the thing. She's getting him. They're going to the hotel. They go inside. Here's the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now watch. He's gonna go through the door.
You scared, motherfucker? Well, you should be, because this Green Beret's gonna kick your big ass.
The sounds on this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
here he goes.
Bill Duke and Arnold, they're
fighting it out. You see him. Okay, he's getting here it is. Ready? He'll get up.
By the way, he's firing a gun in.
Okay, here it is.
Everybody,
She's behind
Wait a minute.
him.
You got to rewind it. I got to glare over
Watch.
here.
She's behind him. Watch.
He breaks through the door.
Watch.
Kicks him through the door.
She's behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Incorrect, sir. The
Yeah.
girl with the titties is pegging the man.
Wow, this
Watch.
is before
Boom!
its time.
She's pegging him.
Or just behind
wait, and you
him
do
in
see
some-
her titties. I couldn't play this on Twitch. My
Yeah,
God.
this is before
Watch.
its time, right? Pegging in a movie.
So why were they like that?
By the way, we've mentioned this Commando.
I have to watch this
multiple times. You should. It's ridiculous. But they fired a gun already in the hotel adjacent to the hotel they were fucking
And nobody
in,
did anything.
and fighling for a little bit before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're still in the bed nude. Like they haven't got up or
Well,
run out
hold
the
on.
front door.
I'll
It's a seedy motel, sir.
Or call the
No,
cops.
hold on. I'll fuck through a gunshot. Nothing's interrupting my nut.
But so close that it would have rang your ears too. We're like, oh my God, someone's shooting next door and having a scuffle.
But I knew this email would come up, and I say myth busted, sir. You're incorrect. She did have big facos. They were swinging, but she's behind the guy. So when the blanket comes off, she's like holding him like from behind. I'm not saying that they were pegging, but obviously the shot wasn't set up to simulate sex. It wasn't thought out properly. You would probably have repositioned those actors,
of course,
and done it a different way. Or maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they wanted to hide the fact that they were probably cloaking through movie magic her bush or her pussy. So they put her behind the guy, and he's got on little bikini, and she's got on that little merkin or whatever the fuck it is, and there you go.
By the way, there's lots of holes in Commando. I mean, if you go through YouTube, you could see all the mistakes they did. Like there's a car scene where he hangs the small guy upside down over the cliff, and then he's like, "Bennett, you said you're gonna let me go," and he's like, and then he's like, "I will," and then he lets him go. He's like, "Oh." Anyway, the car is like ruined at one point, then the next scene is fine. A bunch of indiscrepancies in the movie.
Is this movie just a hunk of trash?
Yes, it is,
Okay.
but it's an awesome action
but you'll
movie.
enjoy it.
But the greatest...
You gotta have a lot of whiskey.
One
and laugh
part-
with your husband. It'll be fun.
Okay.
And spoiler alert, but before he goes to the island to, I guess...
What's the plot
Bennett's
of
the bad guy.
Commando?
Sorry. Okay, I'll tell you the plot. So
You're talking about his favorite movie.
I know.
So
I have no clue what the fuck this movie's about. Now all I know is there's pegging.
Dude, you need to have your boys watch this movie.
Arnold,
they're too scared.
No, it's not a scary movie.
It's the cheesy plot to a lot of 80s action movies where
it's Army Guy one more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Arnold lives in the mountains of Colorado with his daughter. There's a short montage of how he keeps fit, chopping wood and lifting logs.
I love living alone with my daughter, just chopping wood.
And then the colonel lands his helicopter, tells Arnold,
"What the fuck are you doing here?"
That they need him for one more mission.
I told you I was out.
Now here's where I forget how they kidnap his daughter or why they did that. I'm not exactly sure.
Does the government do it to get him on their side?
No, because Bennett's the one that ends up with his daughter. So now,
and he's Australian, right, or New Zealand?
They
Alyssa Milano's in this?
They kidnap his daughter.
Alyssa Milano.
She's the daughter.
He goes with the guy with the pith helmet on the plane, and he jumps out of the landing gear. Remember,
feet first,
going 280 miles an hour. He's probably like 89 feet in the air. But there is a portion of the movie where to rescue his daughter, he needs an insane arsenal of guns. So he goes to the gun shop and robs it, right? And then so while he's at the gun shop, he gets all the guns and whatever.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
The prostitute girlfriend is in. She was a prostitute in the.
I think she was
something like
a lady of the night, as they're called.
She's in the Cadillac that they also stole or something. Waiting, she got all the arsenal there. The cops come. They arrest Arnold.
I just need the plot. I don't need the whole movie.
I know, but this is
this is where it gets good.
Yeah. This is the good.
Should I even watch it now?
You're right. You are giving a synopsis, not a plot.
And
like you're giving the whole script.
They only bring like one, like for whatever reason, like paddy wagon to arrest Arnold's like a food truck, like a cop food truck.
Yeah,
with
it's like Cholo Dogs.
Yeah. You know when they arrest
Cholo Dog shows up.
Groups of protesters, they need the big like box van, cop box van.
All right, get in there, you ne'er-do-well.
So they put him in the back of that. No other cops, by the way. No other investigation. They're like, we got him. Put him in there. Don't notice the girl with all the other guns in the convertible. By the way,
with the rocket launcher. Yeah.
She goes. Rocket launches the cop food truck, which conveniently only hits the bottom of it, blows it to the side, rendering the police officers unconscious, and Arnold is able to get out the back.
Get in the Cadillac with the whore.
But it's great because you're like, you fired a rocket launcher at the
you could have killed him.
They're like, what? And it's so stupid.
Okay.
It's great.
Here's a good story from a BDM listener you might like, Tom. Nope, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a god damn it, you goddamn Android phones. Here we go.
You leave us alone.
Sean from Cautionary here. And I was, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I was. And I was tripping on acid one time at Coconuts. And, I'm going to make this a short story, but it could be so much longer.
Something tells me it's not going to be
I
short.
remember I had to pee after so many, pain in the ass with a 151 floater. Oh, God, they were good. I had probably 5 or 6 on those. And, tripping really, really hard on some gel tabs, if that's a reference for you. And I had to pee. And that bathroom was insane. It was very, very tiny. I remember it was like a shallow bathroom. Mm-hmm. And I waited in line for a while, and it was finally my turn to that urinal. And I got the most epic tripping stage fright I think anyone could ever have. It was a total mental block. But then it was a mind over matter situation where I forced this urine from my body, and I literally strain pissed for like 5 minutes. It had to have been. It seemed like it was 3 years, but I was there for a while. I remember people talking behind me, like, that dude's still there. And I'm pretty sure I did damage to my prostate or whatever, the male kegel. I have no idea. Guys ever been in a situation where you had to force pee because you had to pee so bad and you knew you didn't want to, like, go back to the bathroom because you already went in there and people saw you go to the bathroom and then you couldn't pee, and I don't want to hold it, I have to pee real bad, and then come back out and then go back in again situation, so you just like forced it out.
Oh, yeah.
possibly doing damage to your body.
There you go.
Push it out. You're obviously not that old, sir, because that's how we all pee now. That is every day.
Sometimes when I go in there, I feel like I'm peeing, and I look down and nothing's happening. But I felt fucking confident the shit was pissing out of me.
And then you get to like a Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson age, and then it's a... then it's a forced pee for 2 drips. That's pure torture.
Sometimes now I feel like there's air in the lines.
yeah.
Like I go in there and it'll go like.
A couple bubbles pop out.
Yeah,
Like, oh, where'd those come from?
I'm like, hold on, I bled that thing. I bled it good. There should be no air in those lines.
Oh, blood. Oh, back to pee.
Yeah,
Fine.
okay, it's fine.
I still have a hard time pissing in wetsuits. I kind of pee like that when I'm in a wetsuit when I'm surfing. I'm like, it's not a natural feeling.
Some people get like they can't pee in water. Like I didn't know this was a thing, but
I struggle doing it. Yeah.
Like, if I hit water, like I want to pee.
Yeah. Well,
like
most
as
people,
soon as I get in like a pool, I feel like I need to pee. Like I'm like, and like it's almost like my body is like, oh, you're a baby again. You're inside your mom.
I think I've came in more pools than I've peed in.
Oh my!
You know what? You're fired. You're fucking fired.
Came? What pools are you in?
Wait a minute. You always
never allowed in my pool.
You always wear condoms. On our list was when's the last time that Butler raw dog was a topic.
Tom said he's never allowed at the pool party at his
What are you
house.
doing coming in a pool? Like I don't even think I ever did that. I'm not joking. I've done a lot in my life. A lot.
Have you had sex in a pool?
It's like I show up at Tom's
Bingo,
house.
then you've came in a pool.
No, but it didn't. It
Where'd you
never
come?
finished.
You never finished in there?
pool?
Yeah, no. It was in my younger days. And
So would you just dabble and then just stop?
Yeah. When you're-
Everybody
What the
knows
fuck?
if
Sir,
you're
that's no way to live.
If
That
you're
is
a
no way to
gentleman,
live.
you get up and you go finish in the skimmer. If you're a gentleman.
It'll get to the filter faster.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, God, out of the way, frog. I got a load here. Oh, it came on a frog.
Uh-oh. It's going to stick all to the
God.
D in there.
It landed on some leaves. There's a snake in there. Dead snake. That's a big
My
spider.
God.
Let's do one more email.
Okay. Farting foods. You guys talked about enjoying eating foods that make you fart. You are obviously in the first 2 age groups. When you hit the 3rd age group, your eating choices will change. You know the 3 age groups, right? Never trust anyone over 30. Never trust anyone under 30. Never trust a fart. Love the show. Tom's other mailman.
All right.
You have the most.
I don't know what the hell.
Tom's mailmen.
means.
They email, they voicemail constantly. All of your hookups, as they're called.
Yeah.
They contact me a lot with all these great show ideas. They have.
I don't know.
I've
where
seen some of those.
So is never trust anybody under 30 or
It
over
says over 30, under 30, or farts.
Okay.
I've never heard that. I'm 43. As I get older, I find out that no one is trustworthy.
I agree with that statement.
I mean, I don't trust anybody.
Me either.
Not even y'all motherfuckers.
Well, you shouldn't trust
But
me.
I certainly don't trust old pool cum over here.
No, never trust
This
my
guy.
man.
I don't know what's happening.
No.
I will find a way.
He just,
I got video cameras like, what is that? So we're bothered chatting about
yo, y'all better watch Fish Cam and make sure he's not depositing over
The
there.
listeners caught him the other day. He's like, I go in there and I like to make faces in front of the camera. And I'm like, yeah, they're telling me about it. Yeah.
Well, no, the other day I forgot that. It was like I completely forgot the camera was on. I was like looking for shit in the wall. I was like, oh, what if there's any life in there?
Like, what is that? It looks like a brown squid.
Oh.
It's a sea monkey.
I'll do one more and then we'll take a break. How about that?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bofa. Can I just say that comparing your wife to a fucking pirate parrot on your shoulder is the funniest goddamn thing that I have heard in a while. I mean, just sitting there on your fucking shoulder, sinking in those talons deeper and deeper, taking away your fucking manhood and belittling you at every fucking moment that they got.
What? You messed up again. You fucked up again. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. You're doing it wrong.
Holy shit. I really lost my shit, guys. Great stuff. Love you guys. Peace.
That's a Tom Van original, the wife parrot. Also extremely disrespectful. Extremely. Extremely.
It's I mean, there's a reason why this guy thought it was funny. I'm just saying. Someone related to it.
Yeah. Like most motivational.
There wasn't funny when I got a call.
Yeah.
There it is.
Most motivational speakers, you look at your audience, right, your constituency, and you look at them and you go, hopefully in some way that will resonate with you, right? That's what you say. And you said that.
If it doesn't, then you're out of a job.
I'll do one.
I'm still working.
I'll do one more because this one might be a little eye-opening. I never thought this way about our good friend, Canadian Josh.
Oh, no.
Hi, guys. It's Canadian Josh. Question, and I realize I could look this up on Google, but I'm not going to because I think it would make a good discussion for the show. The pink wand you see in adult videos. What is it? What's it called? What does it do? I see it when I'm in the heat of battle. But obviously I'm not going to stop and look it up then. And then, when the battle's over, ultimate shame, delete everything. Not going to Google it. And I just heard Dan talking about it, and I don't know what that is. Do you guys know? I'll hang up and listen. Love you guys. BDM for life.
Yeah, it's like a remote controlled wand.
Like a remote control vibrator.
Yeah.
Like
but
Fair Villa has them for sure.
Yeah, you can buy them at Fair Villa. You can do that new pickup service where you phone them, you tell them, hey, I need one of those pink. Is it a Hitachi or?
All the cam girls have them. You call, you tip them, and they vibrate. That's how it works,
then you can control the wand, and you can turn it up or down based on the Bluetooth interface. It's pretty fucking ingenious, if you ask me. I've never used one. I've never tipped a girl on any of those campsites.
No,
but it seems pretty cool to me if you're into that thing.
I don't know anything about anatomy, obviously.
Right.
From you've heard me talk. But
I also got weirded out thinking about Canadian Josh jacking off. I've never thought about it.
Don't talk about it.
So it's weird, right?
I imagine he's in his work truck. I
just want him lonely in his ambulance at all times.
He's back in the ambulance.
Yeah, no jacking off. I just want him laying
not in the cotton balls.
Turning the syrup.
I don't know why I think he has cotton balls, but every doctor has cotton balls.
No, they don't.
I see it. They're in the jar. So
not in the stethoscope.
I'm gonna ask Samantha because I don't trust Butler for sure. Old Kumble and Daniel. I don't know. So
I just got an idol.
So vibrators, I assumed.
This is how we sexually harass you live on the air.
That they were for the outside, for the top.
The top of what?
And
the clit?
Yeah.
No, don't help him. I need to know what he knows.
And
you're right.
I didn't think it did anything if it was inserted inside and then vibrates. I thought that the vibration was to stimulate
I don't
the
know that
outside.
either. Actually, I'll go with him on this one. I don't know if vibration in the cave
would help.
Don't call it a cave.
Is as good as vibration on the mound.
yeah. Right? Because in the cave, it seems like it's a waste.
Jesus did
What's
sermon
great
on the mount.
is that you guys have a sponsor that could answer these questions for you. However, I guess since I'm the only female here, I will answer.
Well, we don't know.
What goes on in the cave?
There's a lot of things going on in the cave.
I
the thing
know.
is, every body is different, right?
Once
every
a month,
girl gets off differently. So some people use it on the outside, some people use it on the inside.
Once a month,
and some people use it on both.
A Ku Klux Klan member walks into my wife's cave and then comes out and he's looks like Daredevil.
God damn it.
Did you just call your dick a KKK member?
No, I was talking about once a month. It's tampon time.
The old crimson
That's some bullshit.
So
yeah, it is.
It can feel good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know.
Could it feel good to us? Like if I put
in your butt, yeah.
Didn't your buddy
G-spot.
Logic Man say he was sort of
Apparently
getting
the
into
guy's G-spot's in the butt?
Yes, it is.
He got.
Can I get it to it a different way? Is there another way?
Vibrating butt
that's
plug.
That's the only way.
Yeah. That he tried to sell
Just
me.
lube
on
it
those,
up.
and I was like,
It's fine.
I have a hard time putting on socks. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's start.
You gotta lube up your feet.
I'm like, I can't. That's too much
You can't
work.
even clean your legs. Literally,
That's
clean a
true.
butt plug. It came out of your ass.
Tom forever.
Too much.
Tom's been calling socks vibrating foot plugs.
It's a step too far. It's like too much prep.
I think it would stink for you too. Like, where would you keep it? Like, you wouldn't clean it. Just be like, oh god.
Oh my God!
I put it in my my nightstand next to my one hitter.
He grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, it stinks.
Old pack of cigarettes in there.
Just put it on your chair and then slowly sit down on it.
I mean, I don't want to do that. I mean, it doesn't sound good at all.
The worst part is taking it out when you're done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the
push it
worst
out.
part.
No, because it is shame. Because
You can't trust a fart, let alone that.
I have to get in the shower. There's no way I'm yanking that
can
thing
get in the
out,
shower, it's
rinsing it out under the sink, putting my boxes on, going to bed. I'm not doing
Get in the
that
shower,
shit.
it's fine.
Yeah, I'm shamed enough, like just deleting the history, seeing what I looked at. I'm like,
I feel like once I've done that, I just have to go outside and blow my head off.
Then I'm smashing it with a hammer. It's like one of my buddies in Miami. We got him a pocket pee for like
This
a
is on
novelty.
ACT.
When he's
He's uncomfortable saying pussy in front of me.
And we got him for his like 18th birthday in Miami, and then
hey, you're a man now. Fuck this plastic.
Yeah, fuck this fake.
There was some, there were dumb kids.
Guys are dumb.
And then he used it, and then got so embarrassed he threw it into the canal behind his house.
Why would he even tell you that he used it, or threw it into the woods?
Because we were like, "What happened to the pocket pussy we gave you?" He threw it in the canal after. Because I couldn't look at it.
Some kid's gonna find that.
Oh, they found it.
My wife found my pocket pussy when we moved from the original house to this house, and she kind of knew it was up there because like we don't really hide anything ever, and but she knew it was up there, and she was like, "Hey, did you use this?" And I'm so uncomfortable with like I don't want to lie to her.
Why not lie?
No, it's just not a good.
Life.
It's not a good thing to do, and I just pretended like I didn't hear what she was saying, and then
Crystal found the fleshlight that that Fairvilla gave me a long time ago.
She didn't know about it,
and I put
Whoa.
I put the I would put the plastic bag back on it.
Where was it located? Your closet?
Would you rinse it out and powder? You got to rinse it and powder it with cornstarch.
And then
you do.
When we redid the bathroom, we moved everything from the walk-in closet to our new closets, and she found it, and then she pulled it out. She's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, Fairvilla gave it to us. I just put it up there. I don't know. And then she's like, "It's got mildew dots on it."
No.
On the top. And I'm like, I don't know, weird. It came like that.
Yeah. Don't besmirch Fairvilla.
Well, of course they didn't come like that.
Those are tattoos. She's a suicide girl.
Don't put the plastic bag on it when it's still wet.
No, you're supposed to rinse it and then
sit it in front of a fan. Yeah.
No, you rinse it, you let it air dry, then you powder it with cornstarch.
Jen thinks Fairvilla sells Kinder eggs over there. Like, what's that? And I was like, that's a Kinder egg. I don't eat that. That's chocolate. You don't want that.
My God.
You know when the feds kick your door down and you run to the bathroom, you're trying to dump your drugs in the toilet? That's me trying to clean up my fleshlight before my wife's like, "What are you doing in there?"
You bring it in the bathroom with you?
Who else are you to do it?
You're there like good
study.
And then what do you put it in your pocket and walk into the bedroom and put it back in your closet?
No.
He's like Goodfellas stuffing it down the toilet. Then he gets in his car and he's looking for helicopters.
He's got a hole cut in the wall.
I finally get that reference. I just watched Goodfellas too.
Yeah, he's doing that move at the end where Henry's like, he's like stuffing the. What did you do? Did you flush the fleshlight? Oh my God! Oh my God!
It's got mildew dots. All right, let's take a break.
How do you transfer it from the bathroom back to your hiding spot?
My closet used to be in the bathroom.
Where is it now?
Oh, now it's I can't. Yeah, it's a guy.
You're hiding in your waistband like a boner.
like a gun.
What do you got there?
You do the shower.
What do you got there?
You do the shower gel challenge. All right. You remember the band Archers of Loaf? They did a cover of the Rolling Stones' Street Fighting Man. So we're going to check that out now. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com if you'd like to leave us an email. We'd love to hear from you, and this would be your last chance to get something in. We'll close out the show right after this. The name of the band is Fake Names. Name of the song, Heavy Feather. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Butler is stinking up the bathroom. What do you want to do now?
Let's do a little bit of dump 'em out. We got a bunch of topics. That
I gotta get my intro ready for dump 'em out, but hey, I feel like we're all friends here. It'll get to me when I get to it. Normally you give us the rundown, right? So,
yeah.
I'll just
I'll just go straight down the list.
Yeah, do it.
I see my new smoothie boy is on here.
Okay, so you have a new smoothie boy. What happened to Dante?
Well, he's
moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Come on,
Then there was the smoothie girl. But
Yeah.
Tom said that she pays him no mind. He came in the other day after Max's graduation to me and Butler here.
Just full of life.
Oh, man, he was the happiest I've ever seen him.
I went to a different
pep in his
location, and then the gentleman making my smoothie started talking about Paris, and then I mentioned to him, I was like, I've been to Paris. And
We're like, why the fuck was he just talking about Paris? What happened over there?
I can't wait to get back to gay parade.
He seemed, I don't know if it's right to assume someone's gay, but just based on...
It's not right.
It's
but
not
you're
right
gonna
to
do it.
assume anybody's anything, but hey, we're
People
all
do
human.
it, yeah.
Based on every piece of evidence that I looked at,
What was the
may have been
evidence?
gay. He was acting gay.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to make...
We will accept that answer. The other answer he would have accepted is his dick was in my mouth.
I'm just joking. I don't know if he's gay or not. Anyway, but he did compliment me.
Well, that would make Tom gay, right?
and,
According to your
I
rules.
was
if
like,
you're the one receiving.
No, if you're
I
receiving,
will-
it's not gay. If you're doing, it's gay.
It made me want to.
Yeah, but
know.
you said his dick was in Tom's mouth.
Yeah. I wanted to suck his dick
yeah.
because he complimented me. I was like, because
are you my wife?
He asked me. He's like, how old are you? And I was like 38. He's like, I thought you were in your mid-20s. And I was like,
bullshit!
I was like,
Do you know his name?
You, sir, need a dick sucking because you have turned me around, and I
Turned you on.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
I don't do that enough when people compliment me. I don't suck enough dick when people
more people
compliment.
should.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see what else we
it
got
brightened
here.
my day.
I'll throw one out here. Publix cart robbery. Yeah, so my wife was over at Publix and was doing some shopping, and it was taking longer than normal because at the front of the store there was a big an upheaval, a dust up, if you will, and there was a woman, a spicier, heavier set Latin mama, who said that somebody had stolen her entire cart of groceries, which I told my wife, I think you're going to back me up on this, that just does not fucking happen. I'm sorry, that's a lie. That did not happen.
So she said,
no one took your cart of groceries. I promise you. I'll bet Maisie's life on it. It doesn't have. You don't go through the grocery store and there's a cart loaded with groceries, and then you just go, "Oh, that's all I need." And then it just
right.
that doesn't. No.
I have had someone take something out of my cart and
That
put
happens.
it in their cart. I have had that, but not a
Okay.
full
That
cart of
happens.
stuff.
That's a
no.
ballsy move.
Yeah,
It
nobody's.
is a ballsy move.
I'm
but
just.
also,
I
what's
don't
the chances that you... But,
Doesn't happen.
Because it wasn't already paid for.
Fake news.
right?
It falls into the Steve Madden files. I think you know where I'm going with this. The fact that your wife would misplace her shoes and then she'd always say
someone
this.
stole it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Now, was it already paid for or prepaid?
Not paid for.
Okay,
She had,
because if it was already paid for, maybe someone stole it because
They needed a
it's
cart.
free stuff.
No, it would have been bagged up. This was unbagged
Right,
groceries.
right.
This is unbagged in the
How
cart.
many items were in the cart?
Don't know that, but I do know it was full cart, she said.
Oh, full cart.
I'm
okay.
only getting details from
Okay.
Andrea, but obviously you guys trust Andrea more than you trust me, so I think you know where I'm going with
Now,
it.
what would be? Who is she complaining to? Like the staff? or?
What
Jordan
law is being broken?
Jordan and some of the other people we know at this Publix, because we go there every day. So now
Right,
we.
Andrea's in here, and she's saying that it was an Instacart shopper.
Oh, it was an Instacart shopper. Okay.
Full cart.
No, bullshit. It didn't happen.
She says he looked at her like you were crazy, and she came back to the guy several times
Yeah.
claiming someone stole her cart.
I'm telling you right now, it just didn't fucking happen. That doesn't happen.
So
That's not a thing.
Okay, let me ask you this then.
Cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Along the same lines, okay, so
people like do weird shit and then they need excuses to get out of weird shit, and she did something wrong.
before you pay for your groceries,
Yes.
are those groceries that are in your cart
No.
technically yours?
No, they are not. They are
So
not yours
are
until
they-
you have purchased them.
Are they still the property of the
Publix.
grocery
Yeah, whatever store, yeah.
Yes, correct.
So let me ask you this:
It's immoral and fucked up, but it's not illegal.
if someone
Yeah,
did have a
I'm
cart
with
full of
Sam.
groceries and abandoned it, like let's say to go get something, and then you just like, well, I'll just buy all this stuff, and then took it, would that? I mean, obviously,
Is that
socially
stealing?
not acceptable,
No, that
but
is
not
no.
but not stealing because it's technically not your property
Look,
yet.
Your wife is online
But you still
too.
don't
She
want to get
wants
caught.
discuss this.
Yeah,
You
because
still don't want to get caught. Though.
of course, it's not right. But
Okay, now this
But it's not wrong.
This held Andrea.
like
thi-
it.
This
It's weird.
actually held
It's
you
weird.
up because normally you breeze through Publix, but you said this was like a big deal.
Yeah, so I saw this lady. She was like near the produce section. And she was kind of in my way when I was trying to get something. And then I saw her later making this big hubbub with the Publix people, like someone stole my cart. And I'm like, and I'm looking at this guy. I have my mask on. He has a mask on. And we're just having to like lock eyes. Like, what is she saying? Like, she's saying someone stole her cart. And this went on because I was kind of still going down my aisle. She came back to him several times, like 30 minutes, saying somebody stole her cart.
Well,
and it was full when I first saw her. And I was like, nobody steals a cart of unpaid
Doesn't
food.
happen.
No.
weird.
I don't know
Unless it's full of
how it
TP.
ended.
We need to talk to Jordan.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just that is
So it's
not
a crazy person, or she left it.
I just believe that honestly, like I just don't think that's a thing.
I wonder how many
I think
carts.
she left it like on an aisle and just didn't I don't know. Didn't
maybe
remember.
a-
Like
yeah,
maybe a
maybe a
Publix
Publix-
person pushed
right.
it out of the way.
Right. Maybe a
but they
Publix
said they
worker
don't
thought
mess
someone
with-
abandoned it.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
don't
it is?
know. But they said they don't touch it that much.
Yeah,
so, I
like
don't know.
no, we like you had talked to Jordan and people we know over there afterwards, and they said like, yeah, I mean, like I think the unspoken rule is if there's a cart there that's full, you feel like somebody has gone to get something they forgot.
yeah.
They left it there, and you leave it alone.
Yeah.
I've seen carts. I don't know, 1 out of every 4 times I go, I'll see a cart unattended that somebody's filled that is, just sitting there. I don't put it back. Publix people
Hell
aren't
no.
taking it back.
Well,
It-
maybe during current day rules, they don't want to like blocking up the aisles so people get congested in one place.
Yeah,
or
but the
something.
funny thing is that she was checking with public staff, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, dog, didn't
We
happen."
didn't do it,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
telling you, it just doesn't happen.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Andrea,
And she was a terrible shopper anyway. She was like in the way and not
Can I
respectful of other people trying to like shop
Can
as
I
well.
vent?
So
Can
I'm
I vent
like,
for a second?
Sure.
Instacart
Yeah.
shipped. You motherfuckers got to tighten up.
They're the worst.
If I
If
have,
I'm in the store, they're the worst.
if I have to follow the directions and do the aisles
Yeah.
correctly, then you have to fucking follow the directions
They're
and
the-
do the aisles correctly.
well,
I
the
don't
ones
give
at
a
the Baldwin
fuck.
Publix are the
Are
rudest
the
people
worst.
in the world.
I don't give a fuck if that's your only
They'll
job.
run into your ankles with their cart.
Do what we're supposed to fucking do. Rules are rules. You don't get a pass because that's your job.
Right.
Fuck that.
Hold on. Don't yell at the people I send to risk their lives for me. Because it's like when you want a message delivered in the war. You're like, hey, buddy, start running towards the machine guns and don't stop until you get to the other side. That's what So
That's
don't
what you
bother
look at
me.
Instagram like. Okay, perfect analogy.
So I don't know how we didn't ask you about this, Andrea, but you are a true American hero and stopped a house fire.
A house fire.
So tell us about that. I'm like,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, she stopped a house fire.
So you were jogging?
Tuesday, I left the house and turned to go toward the lake to go on a run. And I'm like getting my, earbuds in. I'm getting my music up. I'm getting my app. And I'm like, man, it smells like fire out here. That's weird. And it really was strong. So it wasn't like, oh, the wind is just carrying, they're doing a controlled burn. And I'm like, man, it's getting stronger. And so then I'm like looking around and I look up and down the street, and the third floor apartments have this wooden structure that's over top of it, and it's smoking. And I was like, okay. And so I just stopped for a second because I wanted to see maybe somebody's grilling, but then I see the smoke is coming straight from the wood that's on the porch. And I was like,
oh my God.
That's weird. So I'm by myself. There's nobody around. It doesn't look like there's anybody on this porch. Nobody's like looking at it. So I was like, I have to call the fire department because selfishly I'm like, I don't want it going from these apartments then into our townhome bank and then just, going through all the
Yeah, I mean, obviously those houses, apartments are all connected. If you see something like that, not that it's any different for a single home family, but, it could be a lot more homes. So I'm glad you reported it.
Right. So I called the fire department. They were there so fast, but they blew past me at first because there was another incident down at the lake. They saw police cars, so they blew past me to go straight to the police cars. And then, like, I called 911 back, and I was like, no, they went past me. And they're like, well, what are you wearing? I'm like, rainbow tights. You can't miss me. So they came back. They jumped out, and they
what are you wearing?
Rainbow tights. I will have you know that those firefighters ripped those rainbow tights open, and they pumped her real good. I mean, they got her real good.
So they only like one thing.
Tom was like, a homo.
Me, Louis C.K. My last special didn't sell too well. Gotta get this job.
So they brought the one engine, and then they were like, oh, yeah, you don't need to stay. So, like, I run down to the lake to get ready to run, and the other incident was, like, this. The police officers are arresting this kid, and the police officers yelling at him, like, you can't outrun the helicopter. And I was like, what is happening right now? And there's somebody going through this car, like, with gloves on. And so then I realized my headphones aren't working, so I run back to the house, and now they have the street blocked off. They have 2 fire engines there. The, like, commander is there.
Dude, they pulled down the whole side of the house. They were like, fuck the wood. They just chainsawed the whole shit.
Oh, they did what me and you, our fantasy
They
is.
did exactly what I wanted to do. It's like, well, one column's burning. Get the chainsaw. Cut the fucking house in half.
Cut everything. Blast. Oh, there's a TV.
They did, too, because it was soaked with water, man.
Open the fridge. Blast it all.
Blast their Sunny D out. Blast their fucking bologna out.
Open the crisper.
What do they got in their pantry? Oh, I see some fucking... What is that? Intamin's mini muffins? Blow that shit out the window.
Blast the litter box.
I don't know.
No, not the litter box.
I don't know what it was, but they guess they couldn't get to the heart of where it was smoking from in the inside, so they just cut the whole structure off. I don't know if the person was home, but if they got home from work, they don't have a porch cover anymore.
The porch is gone. It's like a window. It's literally a window, and like you slide it open, and you will walk out, and you fall to your death.
Yeah, listen, like I'll just speak for my buddy Porno Joe. He's a firefighter, well respected in the industry, but he's no fire detective. And if there's some smoke, he'll just chainsaw and blast your humbles.
I mean, it's better that way. It's just better that way.
And then if a female shows up on the scene, he'd be like,
I gotta cut your bra off. I'm sorry.
You got a heart problem? Gotta do the EKG.
Rules are rules.
He told me.
All right. I love you, babe.
I love you, too.
Bye.
So, big roll toilet paper. What is that?
Okay. Big roll toilet paper.
Yeah, the mega rolls. I know
the
what you're
mega
talking
roll.
about.
Okay, so if you ever been in a situation, I'm sure everybody has, we have the mega roll. Then the mega roll is in the toilet paper, the ceramic toilet paper dispenser, so tight that you can't even reach even me with tiny hands, I can't even reach my tiny elf hands in to pull the spring-loaded coil back. So I'm forced to pull tiny little dabs of toilet paper that my dad would have used to stop cuts and then collect them in my hand like bird feathers and then use the fucking sawdust to wipe my ass. Fuck you, mega rolls. I'm over it. I'm done with it.
I've been saying this for years. My husband would yell at me about I only buy mega rolls. I'm like, dude, that's all they fucking have.
Fuck mega rolls.
I can't find a regular roll of toilet paper anywhere.
It doesn't work. I mean, even Maisie got on my side. Like, and Maisie's like, she's like, well, you wipe my butt. I'm like, we don't do. I'm starting to be like the heavy because I'm the heavy in the house. I go, you know, we don't do that. We haven't done that in a long time. You're a big girl. You need to wipe your ass. She's like, I can't get enough toilet paper. I said, I just put toilet paper in there. I go in there. She's pulling tiny little strips.
To be fair, that's why she was asking for help.
I know, and I go, I'm so sorry. I feel like a fucking animal, a monster. And I pulled, I take the thing off.
You know what it is? Strength. It's too tight.
It's tiny.
The rolls have evolved to mega roll.
It's insane.
Because we've gotten fatter and bigger. We got bigger asses.
But the
not Scott's jailhouse.
But the holders haven't changed.
The holders have the 1950s holders.
You're right. He's right.
We're dealing with 2020 mega rolls and 1920 goddamn fixtures.
You're right.
They were made.
Where do I buy a mega roll fixture?
I
need
we
that.
gotta invent that. Cut this part of the show out.
Mega roll fixture.
We should actually.
Butler, mail this to ourselves.
I'm telling you right now, I've never seen one. Like, they have to be made out of the ceramic. They have to be
he's got the shitty Scott stuff.
Yeah, well, that shit doesn't work. That's just like wax paper, and it just smears it all
my
over my
condition
ass.
for it now. It's almost like the evolution. It's kind of Tom's going to eventually tell his kids about this.
I feel like Scott's it's wax paper. I'm just smearing turds all over my ass.
Yeah. I did. I got myself some Scots. That was the last thing left, and it sucks. It's horrible. I was like,
Scott's They trick you because each individual roll is pre-wrapped, so it's almost like a gift, but it's a shitty gift.
Well, that's what they do in hotels and prisons. I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
I want one big Costco mega roll aloe.
I like soft. We'll go with sewing machine. I'm pissed at my wife because she's ruining my joke about women and sewing machines and boxes.
Oh, yeah.
She's learning how to sew masks, and it's going to teach me how to hem
so
pants.
crazy.
Yeah, she's so crazy, so fuck her. I did my photo dream. Talk about your Rockabye.
Oh, this from the Amazon porn?
Yeah.
So, and I think they're during ACT, which I'm virtually certain we're not allowed to talk about.
Man,
this as a
we
subject,
have been
We
pushing.
probably should have cut a lot of that interview out.
We have been pushing the limit on ACT so hard, and I don't fucking care.
I think the FCC quit.
Yeah,
I don't care. There's no such thing anymore.
Yeah. Plus, like, it used to be crazy old ladies that like had chemical imbalances.
Yeah.
They were the
Number
only...
one, they don't have radios. Number two, they're stuck inside right now and can't do shit. They're scared. They're scared to death.
They died.
They're more. They're more concerned about a lot of things.
If
than,
you are looking for the positivity of COVID, is that a lot of the people that would complain about content are dead. I mean, I'm just saying. Somebody asked a question on the BDM page, who's better, Pee-wee or Jim Varney? And I said, well, nature made your decision for you. I mean, one of them wins no matter what. That's just the way it goes. That's the world.
So
sorry.
We started talking about Amazon porn, and for those of you not familiar, there's a category like tall women or Amazon women. That's a kink for a gentleman, I guess.
I like the tallies, yeah.
And
I don't like the term Amazon woman.
And
no,
is that derogatory
Wonder
too?
Woman's an Amazon.
You're gonna take my Amazon away too?
I'm taking it away for calling me that.
Wonder Woman is an Amazon from that island.
It was
Amazonia.
Amazonia.
I don't know.
It was Amazonia.
They're the badasses.
What's the height minimum for an Amazonian woman?
I don't know.
I think they're taller than Sam.
I think they're at least 6.
Tall, big titties.
I think at least 6 maybe makes you an Amazon. But anyway, there's a whole category of porn about it, and it's big in Japan. And the only reason I know this is because Japan seems to be pushing out the majority of Amazon.
You threw out your clarification a little too quickly there.
And in some of these videos, and they all got one-piece bikinis on for whatever reason. But
by the way, I tested your theory because you said this yesterday, and goddamn it, you weren't like dead on with the one-piece bikinis.
But apparently, because I like to study why
I Googled that this morning.
What people are into in this in the particular kink, and in the Amazon kink, you want the man in the porn to be extremely slight or small, not little person small.
It makes it look.
It makes it look better.
It makes her look bigger. Yeah. But it's like so. In some of these, the woman picks up the slight man and holds him like you would a baby,
like a baby, like you're cradling.
Yeah, like
a baby Jesus scenario, swaddling.
Like his knees, underneath his knees are on one arm, and his head is on the other.
Yeah.
And then she blows him while holding him.
Somebody clip that for me. I need
clip it.
Link for science, please.
And then I told Daniel, and this is the first time in
want
our
my
entire work history that he was like, "What?" Like he'd never seen it.
I'd never seen that.
And through every porn we've ever
Is
described,
my wife still on the line? I want her to hold me like a baby, and then blow me like an Amazon.
Real talk though, would you like that?
Well, I mean, it's a blowjob. I'm not going to not like it. It's like if a pizza falls out of the ceiling hot, I'm going to be like, God damn it. But I'm going to be like, oh, it's pretty good.
But some dudes would find that emasculating.
No.
I'm getting sex. Who the fuck
no.
cares?
Yeah, both feet up.
Yeah. Both feet up, shoot for the stars.
Your feet are off the ground while she's holding you like a baby.
Yeah.
Is that the most comfortable blowjob ever?
I think
it is. Let's go to baby job.
I don't
I
think.
thought it was a rockabye blowjob.
Rockabye blowjob.
I'll take it.
So similar to the Gravitron, where the woman holds you upside down, standing 69, and then blows you like that, and you eat her. I don't think it's ever
hard
been
to
done.
eat pussy upside down though. I'm gonna black out.
So me and Daniel put up the
if
challenge.
I black out, don't pee in my mouth.
If there's
don't mind if I pee in your mouth if I black out.
We are here to find the one. Tom and Dan listen to our BDM that's gotten the Rockabye blowjob. I don't think it exists.
I don't think it exists.
I think it only exists in this genre of porn. No one ever in real life has ever done this.
See, even if I try it, I can't prove it to you.
Okay.
I mean, you could.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sharing that photo.
Okay.
He's gonna blackmail you with it.
But you instantly know if someone's lying lying if they're a normal sized human being because this needs to be a petite man.
No disrespect, and
no, not necessarily. It just means to be. It needs to be a
Gotta
bold,
have a strong woman.
Yeah, like Samantha is strong.
Okay.
Andrea's strong. I mean, like
I know a couple that could pull this off.
Samantha,
I'm gonna ask them about it.
Could you hold Daniel like a baby?
I know she could. I know she could.
I probably could. Yeah.
I weigh 162 pounds.
I could probably hold you.
I'm
I'm not giving him a blowjob. Though.
No, not that. But I'm like, could we try?
Oh, I'm out of here.
no. Like, could you stand right here in the middle of the
He'll
room
hold his
and try to suck his dick?
No.
You know what that makes? You know what? You know, you
really weird.
Tom, you have never made me uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable right now.
No, I'm not saying nothing sexual.
No, I think you could hold me. Yeah,
could you hold
It's just a deadlift. Yeah.
I just want to see. Because I don't know. I mean,
will you hold me?
I'll try.
Okay, well, put the camera on.
I mean, this is a little weird though.
Put the couch cam on.
Hold on. If I can't pick you up now.
All right.
What if I hold Dan and then you suck his dick?
I told you what I weigh.
Daniel may have to stand on the table or just get on the table, and then you.
I feel like I should move
under.
So I go here.
Okay, yeah. Stand there.
Stand on here.
Oh boy.
Okay, then could you? Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
She's holding him. She's holding him.
She's strong.
Yeah. There it is.
It can be done.
It can be done.
Did you guys see that? I couldn't tell.
You
if
didn't
I
throw
got
out your
it.
back or anything, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't want you to throw out your back because I
Was
knew
that good on
That's
camera?
good.
No, it was
Yeah.
great. But you and I have the back problems. Then I suddenly started worrying about her back. Okay.
So we'll see it on the Discord.
I did nothing. I'm winded. Did absolutely nothing.
I feel like you were holding your breath and planking the whole
I
time.
was holding my because I was like her back. Like I got concerned.
The stiffer you are,
Just
it
look
makes
for
it
BDM
easier.
podcaster.
Did I win a
on
pizza
the
party
Discord.
for that?
Oh yeah, you want a pizza party? You're strong. What else we got here? Oh, Tom, pantyhose. What the hell is that?
That's it.
That's it.
That's the extent. I was high the other night, and I saw some sort of pantyhose
No,
commercial.
you windmilled me around there, laughing about. She turned me around like windmilled me.
And then not to ask Samantha all the questions of the show, but I feel like maybe you'd know more than.
How's your boobs? How's your pussy? How's your butt? How's your husband? You Gravitron? You hold Daniel like a baby?
So the
There's been a lot to that today.
pantyhose were invented because
To cover up varicose veins.
Okay, what is
I
that?
don't know. I'm not sure why it was actually invented.
Is it to keep your legs a little bit warm in a day and age like, let's say, the 50s, where women were expected to wear dresses and things like that, or like some days it's cold, so you're like, my exposed legs are. Is it for that? Was it for a little bit of warmth? Or was
I
it
don't think
to
there's any kind of
Was it to
warmth
hide
going
the,
on?
or is it to hide your
unshaven legs?
or your no? Or,
No.
Yeah, what was it? What
No,
is
it was not
I don't know.
unshaved legs. No, because you can see the hairs. The reason I know that is when you wore your Robin costume, I could see your bush.
Either that, or was
yeah,
it?
my peeps were hanging out.
Yeah.
Or was it like actually trying to keep your legs warm and trying to hide your bare legs?
Okay, so it was invented in 1953 by Alan Gant. Gant was inspired to invent the garment by his pregnant wife, Ethel. According to Gant's son, Ethel complained that it was too uncomfortable to wear her garter belt while pregnant, and at the time, this was the only way to hold up her stockings.
Why'd they wear
Gant,
stockings all
is
the way
that
up
the
to
Gant? Is
So it
that
had
the
to do with-
company Gant, the fashion company?
I would imagine.
Gant?
I don't know.
Oh well,
I remember that.
So they're just self-holding stockings. So then I guess the real
Why
question
they're
is
stockings?
why stockings? Like if it's just
It was to smooth out, I think. I mean, it's the same reason that Hooters waitresses wore them. It was almost uniformity of the leg.
So it's all the same. There's not like blotches
It does
and
say
bruises.
stockings were worn for warmth.
Okay.
And also to help with hemlines of dresses.
Oh, I can see that. It gives you a little more. You know what's weird?
Anyway, I was just looking at it. I was like, what the hell is that?
I mean, but pantyhose always have that. They always have a crotch pad.
I didn't know they still made pantyhose. I don't know anyone that wears pantyhose in 2020.
They have a crotch pad in the bottom.
Yeah.
They sell them in an egg, right?
Yeah, well, that was
Some
legs.
of 'em, yes.
My mom used to buy those. Leggs, I think, legs.
Yeah.
And it came in the egg, and I would always be like, hey, Mom, when you're done, can I have that egg so I can put my G.I. Joes in it? You know, and she would give them to me, so I would use the leg egg as like a spaceship for like one of my guys, or, like to keep
It's like
some...
the worst costume to wear for robbing a bank. too. Always wear like
and so last subject is hot tub audio.
Okay, we'll end with this. I got something for you that was sent to us by a listener. I have to give full credit. This is from a comedy website called Unwanted Commercials. And I've never seen these guys before. But they did a hot tub song, a $30 hot tub song. That is fucking phenomenal. So I'm just going to, I'll end with this. And it was sent to us by a listener. Hey, anytime you guys want to send us something that you think might pertain to something we like on the show at TomandDan.com. So here, it speaks for itself.
People of Andover, Minnesota, I know what you need. Admit it, Andover, you've spent too many summers eating pudding in your mom's basement and getting high with the cat. Well, not this summer, not if you've got half a brain and $30. This hot tub is bunk as fuck. I have no idea what it needs, and nothing works. You can fill it up with water, fill it up with cheese, fill it up with Home Alone DVDs, fill it up with fat bitches or some really fat dudes, fill it up with marching bands or babies making food. Hot tub, your whole life's gonna suck if you don't buy this hot tub. Hot tub, you're never gonna get fucked if you don't buy this hot tub. Oh yeah, talking about hot tub. Nothing works. Pump don't work, knobs don't work, water don't work. Bitch, you better work.
There you go.
All right.
There's a broken hot tub Craigslist song from the Unwanted Commercials.
I like that.
Yeah, pretty damn good, right?
So speaking of hot tubs, what's the status on your?
I don't know yet. I gotta once I move everything in and organize everything.
Then it's time.
I should do the measurements tonight because I think we're gonna put it out on the outside of the patio now.
Out in the elements.
I mean, I got a cover for
anger,
it.
Tom. I've never seen.
Should I not put it outside?
You're more mad about that than you were the day we thought we didn't have any money for the company. like that day, he was like concerned, but not
depends.
this concerned.
I mean, the sun beats down on it.
I got a cover. There's a cover over our patio.
Yeah. Oh, it's covered patio. Okay. No, that's better. We'll see.
That might be better.
You run the 220.
Actually, having Samantha lift me like that. I mean, my wife's not that much smaller. I've kind of been distracted the last couple of minutes and just thinking about what tonight's going to entail.
Well, let's
see if she can hold you tonight.
Yeah, I think. Let's hope. Plug some stuff.
I'm gonna do this to my husband tonight.
What, hold him and blow
I'm gonna
him?
give him a rockabye blowjob.
Oh, man, what a lucky man. Wait a minute. If Sam and I both, if I go home and receive a rockabye blowjob and she goes home and gives a rockabye blowjob, then you guys
gotta
really
do it to each
suck. Then you guys got to do it to each other.
They can't even get regular blowjobs.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shame Jen and be like, they're all making fun of me so I can get a blowjob.
He's gonna shame her into getting the
You're gonna go home, and your play is to say
shame works. I've tried that. Don't work.
Your play is to go home to your wife and say everybody's making fun of me because I don't get a blowjob.
Yeah. I've tried.
See how that works.
Everybody else does.
I've exhausted all the other options.
I'm not everybody else. You should have married them then.
Tried disguising it in a popcorn. Tried doing everything.
No, what are you, 15? Have you given her a back rub?
Yeah, the back rub works.
Back rub goes straight to sex. It doesn't. Never evolves into blowjob.
No, what you do? You give her a back rub. You go around the front. You dangle your boner on her head.
Wow! That's
the universal.
Sam. I'm starting the Sam chant.
That's the universal.
That's the universal.
Open your mouth.
Just to lay your dick on your wife's head.
We can do that. We can't say prostitute.
Yeah, that's not demeaning to somebody and their job.
All right, Samantha.
Good work.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight we're recording. Send us an email if you want. Show at semanticspodcast.com.
Show at semanticspodcast.com. She needs her emails.
Let us know if you guys have done a rockabye blowjob.
Yeah, I honestly don't believe I've ever seen anybody. I haven't even seen the videos yet, so I'm gonna
look them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up too.
I'll go ahead and plug Ross's podcast, Tots.
Yeah, you're on that.
Tots with Ross. That came out I think yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Ross gave me a call.
Gave you a cold? What?
I almost said Ross McCoy. Ross gave me a call.
Ross, that is his name.
Yeah. He called me and we did a show. So check out the latest episode on Tots with Ross.
Yeah, you can check that out. Butler, anything to plug?
Yeah, man. You can check out my wife's chiropractic office out in DeBerry, Health and Motion Chiropractic. They're following all the CDC guidelines, so definitely give them a call. You can check them out at droctor.com.
There you go, Sam. We plugged your podcast.
Yeah.
If you want to plug something else, please do.
No, that's about all I got to plug.
Let's see. Howie, we gave you your toast.
Yep.
Hey, wherever you're at, I message him because I don't really know if he's, I don't know what's happening there, but I'm sure we'll find out. But love to that guy.
Our new sponsors, Sugarworks Distillery, Goldsmith Jewelry on Lee Road, and all of our sponsors still continue to support, especially the bars and restaurants that supported us.
Oh, yeah. Go out to Johnny's tomorrow night. My husband's band, Melodic Descent, will be playing there 6 to 9 p.m.
Cool. Yeah, and they're all practicing social distancing.
Oh, of course,
and making sure everybody's responsible and stuff. So, if you want to see some live music and be safe and eat some great food and drink some beers, Johnny's Other Side. And then also order some gringos, Toughies, a West End, Celery City.
We're
all
inching our way back into what we, quote, think is normal. Who knows? It might change.
A form of something.
Yeah, a form of something. So, yeah, we're just inching our way forward to a form of something. But, hey, we can't thank the new sponsors that have, honestly, for me and Tom, the fact that you've decided to invest in us during this time means more than you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can hopefully get your message across with some humor and have a little bit of fun. We are very, very lucky, the four of us, that we get to come in here and do this and perform for you guys and have fun. So don't think that we don't know that. We absolutely know that, and we will do our best to continue to do that.
And overall, we appreciate everybody listening
100%.
And supporting us.
The BDMs, those of you that have stepped up your membership level to help the company, because
all BDMs,
yeah, we've lost some money. Sure, the BDMs, you guys are the best. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. That's the only thing we can do.
Yep. See you Monday.